How's it going, Rock viewers? Grim Guy right back into it. Another Grim Rolls Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition session. Fair warning, I have a bit of a splitting migraine currently. uh, so I'm probably going to be a little off today. I did want to still get this down. I didn't want to miss another session. So yeah, between some aspirin and a wonderful bag of ice currently strapped to my freaking head, hopefully I should be okay. Also, let's go ahead and join the Discord. And let's see what happens next.
Yo.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I feel like trash. And not the good kind of trash that a trash panda would like, a bad kind of trash that sticks with
Oh,
rolling.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That is a bad kind of trash.
You feeling sick?
It's more so just a headache.
Gotcha.
And a slight, very slight form of nausea brought on by it, but it's nothing bad.
Okay.
Pop some aspirin and frickin'... Yeah, pop some aspirin. I should be fine. In an hour or so.
Alright.
Hmm.
My brain hurts.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Da-da-na-na. YMCA. Right, where did That's right, okay. That's right, we are exploring the Dark Dwarf. What are they called? Evil Dwarves.
Oh, you mean the
Durgar.
Duergar that were enslaved by the Illithids and made a sort of hive mind thing before they rebelled against the Illithids, also known as Mind Flayers? Never heard of them.
You said just two very, very contradictory.
What'd I say?
You know what? I don't even know. It's fine.
I say a lot of things. Doesn't mean that's right.
I thought you do.
I mean, I said that you slept with your manticore friend.
And that's not right either.
Exactly, it's a chimera. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes it's fun just to let out my inner prick through sticks.
It's fine. It's great. He is a great outlet for it.
He really, sadly, is.
It's actually kind of amazing how much both Basil and I love to hate that character. And not like in a bad way.
I know, it's weird. He is legit a character you love to hate.
Yeah, it's like Skeletor or something. I don't know.
I'll get you, He-Man! Oh god, I want to make Papyrus from Undertale now. Come on, Basil! Don't you want some spaghetti?
That's, yeah, that is Papyrus, alright.
We could be great friends! I always pictured him as a Skeletor kind of voice. I don't know why, though.
Right? Everybody does. It's because of his laugh that everybody saw the yeah,
Yeah.
and that's like, that was it. He's Skeletor.
And frickin' Sans, I picture more with, like, a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, either like Brooklyn or Chicago or something like that.
I will be back. Okay.
Let's see, where the fuck?
Hey, Rio, you ready to see what Basil sleeps with next?
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know if he's going to sleep with, but we can see him try.
I hate you both.
Well, I don't know, them hags seem very interested.
They were.
That's only because I was so damn good at it in my drunken stupor. And I wasn't even drunk. That's the worst part.
You were
It was
confused.
because of the damn runes of Hallister.
Right, quote unquote runes. Got it. Whatever excuse makes you feel comfortable.
I hate you so much.
I know. Oh god.
Oh. Where the
So, how is everybody with the virus and shit?
pretty good, pretty good.
There are now 8 confirmed cases in my county, and 4 of them are in my town, apparently.
Ooh. I've
Yeah.
got 20 in my town.
I have no idea how many, but there are in my town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've been going out a little less often now because of it. I don't need
I
it.
think I've got like 100 in my county.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you know, it's not too terribly surprising. Well, actually, because you live in Washington,
Yeah, I do.
and I'm just south of Washington, so it's like, you know, the hot spot's growing,
Yeah.
which is to be expected. Let's see, where did I leave that? There you are. There's my Chimera. Yay, Fluffy.
Just a lonely set of girls, and the only thing that wants to sleep with it is a dragonborn. How sad. Only in Undermountain.
By Paylor.
Halo
How
would...
have you survived for so long? By constantly streaming out nothing but insulting bullshit out of your face hole.
Well, first off, I can turn invisible. Second off,
Okay.
I can make 5 of me.
Alright, but that's a recent achievement. I'm talking about up to now.
What makes you think I wasn't able to do that the entire time? How do you think I usually find you schmucks?
Well, because last time we increased our level, you said you are now able to do that or some bullshit. Or were you just hiding it the whole time? Oh, you tricksy little bastard.
Well, I think he can find us because we leave a path of destruction in our way. But, you know.
Well, to be fair, the last time was kind of an accident. Again, I was chasing a rat. I was hungry.
You know, I actually kind of resent that remark, Rio, because for the last 2 levels, we've left a trail of wonderfulness in our wake. We did
One level.
wonders.
One level. We did something good in one level.
No, 2 levels.
Didn't y'all kill a bunch of drow and then enslave some frog people or something?
Yes. Well, no, not enslaved. We enslaved a bunch of drow. We enslaved a bunch of
No.
troglodyte.
We did not. We killed all the drow.
Yes, we killed all the drow, but there were those 2 driders. And if
Oh.
they're going to be sadistic psycho bastards, then they deserve to be enslaved.
Alright, hold
They
on.
do,
That's all
they
I'm
do deserve
saying.
it.
Let me pull out my little black book of Basil's kinks. Apparently not spider people. Got it.
Yeah, fuck spider people. Fuck
I-
spiders.
Well, maybe not spiders in general, but spider people, absolutely. Number two, on level 5, we got along quite swimmingly with the Lady of the Woods. Despite an annoying ghost's attempt to usurp us. And now, so on level 4, I think it was, we left that level in quite a good state. Right? And, if I remember correctly, down here we can get that dagger for, what's his name? The Hobgoblin King.
Did someone say dagger?
Hey, there's apparently an heirloom of a king down here, and it's in the form of a dagger. Hold on. I've got a description of it written down here. Where did I put that?
You're down here searching for an expensive fucking dagger, you actually just want to give it back? What the fuck is wrong with you people? You call yourself adventurers? You sell that shit.
It's called making allies. And if you're smart, you'll make a lot of them in life.
Didn't you already kill like a shit ton of drow on that very same level and therefore already befriended said hobgoblins? What the fuck you need a dagger for?
Because it's a good thing to do.
If
Here it is.
If
It
the chieftains
is-
falls, we lose our alignment or whatever. We need to make sure that they gain power like us.
Plus, I need to do a lot of good deeds to make up for the bullcrap I did on level 3. Ugh.
Hags.
Aye, hags. Yeah, Hobgoblin King's Dagger. Saw-toothed blackstone pommel. That's the kind of dagger we're looking for.
Right. Whatever that is.
It sounds like a gaudy dagger.
Yeah, it's his dagger and it means a lot to him. I'm not sure it's worth very much of anything, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it depends what it's made out of. It could be made out of obsidian, could be made laced with gold. Who knows?
Well, because of that dagger, that hobgoblin is blind for some reason. So who knows?
That
Maybe a
hobgoblin's
dagger-
blind.
What?
What? Huh? Who? What?
The
We're
hobgoblin
talking
chief is
about the
blind.
dagger.
What dagger?
No, fuck the
The
dagger.
dagger.
Now I'm more curious about the fucking Hobgoblin King. He's blind?
Yeah,
Uh,
aye, and we're down here to get his dagger, but wait, he's blind?
Oh, we didn't
Wait.
know that, I think.
No, you don't know that.
I do not
But
know that.
somebody just said he was blind.
Only Soralia knows that
Oh, that's
information.
right. Soralia knows that information, and only Soralia.
Damn
That's
it.
right. Shit.
I was gonna have a field day with that too, with Styx.
I'm glad Styx doesn't know about it.
Styx would have a fucking heyday with that knowledge.
Oh god, yeah, he would. Oh, that would just be bad. Why?
The next
Is
time you
roll-
guys travel through fucking the 3rd level, you go visit the king. It's just Styx sitting on a throne. Yeah, hi, how you doing? I'm Styx the
Why-
Goblin King.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with Roll20?
I know. It took me, as I posted in Discord, it was having a seizure when I first tried
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The usual.
What else are
It
people
was
doing?
having a seizure, and it took it a good 5 minutes before it finally started to calm its ass down.
Yeah, like... Okay, I just stuck some pizza in the oven, so I've gotta wait on that.
Pizza.
Well, it was from last night, and I didn't get to eat it because I was DMing my Adventure League game, which took a lot longer than I expected it to. In Roll20.
Hmm.
Was... It's deadly.
Yeah, just like my headache. Goddamn. Shift that ice pack around real quick. Ah, there we go. That's a good spot. Ooh.
Alright, so... Character sheets.
Also, if I remember right, we were about to start something down here. I don't know
We
what.
were...
Don't remember. We killed people and that was about it.
Speaking of which, have you met my friend Philip?
Philip.
Yeah,
He a
Philip.
screwdriver.
No, he's a skull.
Okay.
Oh no, I found it down here and I got lonely.
Okay. I am
Weren't
back.
we about to roll initiative last time? when
Yes,
left
we
off?
were.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. We were.
I'll
Okay.
be breaking away here in about 5 minutes to pull my pizza out of the oven.
That's why I have this little note here that says don't move around your character when you start up next game. I have it written down. I keep important notes for myself in backstory.
I never move my character around when the game starts up. Why would you do that?
I don't know, just to get a feel for the area, because usually I don't
Oh.
remember, like,
Oh, to remember what you were doing.
yeah.
Mm,
Like,
okay.
what corridor was this? What, like, oh yeah, that room that we were just in. Okay. You know, that sort of a thing.
Let's see, so... Well, it's not technically having any issues right now, so why are you telling me you're having issues?
It's a default state.
Yeah,
Roll 20
usually
is defaulty buggy, yeah.
is.
Lots of people finding out Roll20 exists and are playing tabletop adventures because they can't do anything else in life currently.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, like I said, last night was interesting. Not only was I figuring out the DM side of Roll20, I was helping others figure out the player aspect of Roll20.
Yeah, that and Tabletop Simulator has been really popular recently.
Well, that thing costs money.
It does cost money.
And yeah, not worth.
It really isn't.
I damn near bought that just because of Munchkin.
Right?
Munchkin's a great game. I love Munchkin.
There are a bunch of games on tabletop, I will admit that.
Yeah, Tabletop Simulator is something that I've picked up before because it has free downloads of different games. I don't think they're supposed to be free, but people make mods for the game which just add the game into it, including D&D, which is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can play Warhammer in Tabletop Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
That I have done, and it is fun.
Yeah, and
I get the
best part,
concept of it, but
you save like $200 or so.
Yeah, I've met people that have 4 or 5 boxes of figurines and map layout materials for
You can't
Warhammer.
see this right now, but I am slowly raising my hand in shame.
He is one of those people.
He's one of those people.
I am one of those people. I have... Oh, God. Over the 10 years of my collecting, I think I have about $6,000 worth of Warhammer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch! Alright, I'm gonna go get my food.
I don't even think my game library equates to that much. Jesus
You can
Christ.
do it. Load! Piece
Oh,
of
you
shit.
having Roll20 problems too?
Oh, it loaded. Nice. You can
Great.
scream to it if it works.
Okay, so the reason I left just then was that my stomach started cramping oddly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually sick, but if I end up leaving abruptly for a couple of minutes, please know that it's not intentional. I guess I've caught something small.
Diarrhea cha cha cha. Diarrhea cha cha cha. Diarrhea cha cha cha. Diarrhea cha cha cha.
Gosh.
I am the Great Cornholio.
Pee-pee for my bunghole.
Ah, Beavis and Butthead. You'll never
Hello,
die, Linus.
can you move me to wherever we are? I have no idea.
Sure thing. We are there.
I'm about to say mid-right of the map.
Pepto-Bismol.
Ah.
Did that help, Rio?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm good.
Hey, Rio, I just want you to know I can smell you.
I know, I smell great.
I know, because he's the only nice-smelling thing down here.
You still
How long
smell.
have we been here?
You smell slightly of hag, though. Like more so than basil. Yeah.
It's a scent, so hacks don't bother me.
Yeah, it's a
It's
cologne.
camouflage.
It's a cologne that he just orders by the mail. It's called Hag Puree.
Oh, the hag.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go.
Ode de hag.
It's not cologne. It's how is it like toilet water but in French?
Oh, toilette.
That
Oh, the toilette.
I never understood the name, but sure,
That sounds like French for sewer water.
Aye.
it is. That's why it smells like hack.
T'as-tu te faire... how does it go again? T'as-tu te faire sauter le plat de goût?
And that is.
It means fuck you're ugly.
I don't speak Elvish. Wait, do I speak Elvish? What does Stick speak now I think about it? Oh, it doesn't. Ah, my eardrums.
That was not me.
I'm curious. Why you know that specific phrase
Huh?
in French? Why you know that specific phrase?
Because it's fun to learn to swear in other languages.
Scheiße.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's shit in German.
Yes.
I think.
Dummkopf.
It's
Merde in French.
Merda.
Yeah. there you go.
Merde.
I think that was French or Italian. I don't remember. No, that's French.
I knew I was always pronouncing it wrong.
What's wrong?
We are swearing in other languages.
Oh,
we're trying to get Grim demonetized in every country.
I see. What language are we trying to spoil now?
I think
French.
was the last one? Yeah.
French.
Pendejo.
Bendejo?
Pendejo.
That's
Ben.
not that. That's not that insulting, but sure. I mean, it's like dumbass, I guess.
But
what is
meaner or
it?
something.
How does it? Chinga tu madre puta. That's a good one, right?
Yeah. A bit Mexican, but yeah.
Honestly, if I haven't been demonetized for all the coronavirus jokes I've thrown into my show now, all the random crap I've done in Dungeons and Dragons, ranging from God knows what to God knows what, I don't think I'm gonna get demonetized too often, other than like random copyright claims that don't even make sense half the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird how YouTube is really chill with some of the really dark humor I've touched on.
Well, they don't really care so much about like that sort of a thing, I've noticed, as they care more about copyright claims.
Oh yeah.
Which is really weird because you can use like music from a song that is completely like free, and then somebody will buy the copyrights to it, and then after the fact that you've already put those like musics up on your channel when they were free and free to use publicly, then they can like retroactively make claims on it.
Yeah.
So people will like buy up music just to do copyright claims, just to get income off of other people's hard work and YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's a
like
shitty
the
thing.
ultimate scumbag move.
It's a douchebag move.
It
Oh, yeah.
is.
So now that we have everyone back here together, I have just gone through my notes. I don't think there was a fight or initiative immediately prepared, not that I can see. I don't have any sort of tokens or icons at the ready or anything written down about initiative. I know you guys just walked away from the mausoleum or the museum for King Millar, and you had seen the ghostly orbs of light arranged in the shape of a beholder behind you, but you had walked away from that. I think we had just cut off in this hallway here because we were running late. Or we were going later than usual last time.
Oh right.
I think if past me had combat prepared, I apologize. I seem to have misplaced whatever monster I intended to use, but as far as I can tell, I don't have anything I didn't have combat planned.
Yeah.
Goblin
I
is
only left
bored. Goblin feels like he's been in this hallway for a week. Goblin's gonna move now.
Goblin is just meta.
You guys came from that way. That's the room with the ghostly orbs.
Oh, we were going south?
Right.
You were heading south.
Right.
Oh, I was leading the path? Why was I doing that? Did I roll stealth? Was I smart about this?
No.
Maybe.
Probably no. It doesn't
I did
seem
not.
like it.
Why would I do such a thing? My god, Sticks. Stop being suicidal.
What is this door here?
That is another one of the stone doors littering the place around here. It does not appear to be locked in any fashion. You're also pretty sure that it's slightly cracked
We're going
open.
this way. All right.
Yes, south.
I don't remember which way we were going.
Me.
South.
Follow the goblin.
Okay.
Down.
All right.
No, don't follow the goblin. Bad idea.
Oh, fine. I'll open the door and see what's behind it. then.
Yes,
If you
open the
follow the goblin, you might end up downwind of him.
There's no wind down here.
Well, that's technically true, but
Except
I mean,
for the wind that is constantly coming out between your cheeks, you little asshole.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you just want me to stop breathing?
Not those
I
cheeks.
Well, yeah. Actually?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. That,
Well,
you
tough
do
shit
that
for
for us?
all of you. I'm gonna open this door now and pray to God whoever's behind it kills all of you.
It can kill you first.
I can get away.
First.
Scrolling back down because my computer reset while I was gone for some strange reason. This room opens up into. Remove the dynamic lighting as well. The walls and floor of this 30-foot high domed chamber have been blackened by fire. The room's furnishings appear to have been incinerated, and charred bits of wood and stone lie strewn about the floor.
I don't get it. Is this where a
Well-
pyromaniac goes to masturbate?
Well, I'm resistant to fire, so if there's some kind of pyrotechnic booby trap in here, it's probably blessed if I get it by it. So I'll just wander into the middle of the room, like I own the place.
You
And-
walked into that joke like, you know.
I know,
I was wondering if anyone was gonna catch that.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Just because I knew Basil would insist on going in first, because fire.
Right.
Okay, and I'll give the place a look over to see if there's anything suspicious, anything
Uh-huh.
shiny and useful.
Do you need some
Please.
privacy? Should we shut the door?
Without even turning around, Basil is going to hold up a middle finger.
With a 21, you can tell that there's no. There doesn't seem to be any indication of what caused this at some point, besides possibly a large ball of fire. With your rather high perception, I would give you that it looks as though the fire started in the center of the room and spread out from there, but there's no sign of fuel that remained behind or any further indication of this. Nothing reacts to you stepping forward. If there was a trap and this is the result of it, it's obviously been spent.
So what you're
Well-
saying is something blew its entire load in there.
Aye, something big with a lot of power in it.
I'm just smiling at you. I want you to know that.
It's almost like something was just pent up for the longest time and finally managed to release all of its payload all at once.
God, I love how dumb he is.
At this point, I'm doing it on purpose.
I know.
Obviously.
Ignorance is bliss.
Alright. So do we want to head left or do we want to continue going right? Got another stone door in front of us.
Right. Hold on.
Well, Sticks?
What, you want me to open every fucking door? Fine, I'll open
Yes!
the fucking door.
Aye. You are the roguish type.
I'm a lot of things. Rogue is a very light term for what I am.
I
Just-
know. I know.
Opening it up then.
Yeah.
This room contains what may have once been a communal bedchamber. There are 6 stone beds with their headboards against the walls. A shallow niche stands empty above each bed, and at the foot of each bed is a stone chest that has been smashed open. There are also stashed statuettes on the floor that, from glimpses you can see from the slightly still together pieces, look as though they may have once been dwarves.
Oh.
I think I solved this mystery.
What's
Is it?
up?
There was a man here who was caught cheating in the other room. And little did he know, his wife was a mage that cast fireball.
Well, I suppose that's as likely the scenario as anything else in this crazy place. Let's see. I'll give a check around the room, see if they've left anything behind. Ooh, that's gonna be probably a big no.
With a 10, you can tell that only the beds and the smashed remains of stone are the only things left back here.
Hmm.
How fine is the bed?
They're made of stone, so they're nice, but somebody would have to be accustomed to sleeping on stone beds or walls to really get a rest here.
That's not even worth peeing on.
How big of a bladder do you have?
What? No. That's just a thing I do. I see a very fine bed, I have the urge to pee on it.
You've peed on so many things since we've been down here.
I've only peed on 3 things.
He's
If
a
any-
dog.
Yeah, I gotta mark my
He's
territory.
like a dog! You know? Weird. Goblins are weird.
We are very weird.
Yeah.
I'm the weirdest of the bunch.
Should take him back up to where the other goblins are. Might like it there.
Yeah, fuck those guys. They're kind of assholes.
So are you.
Well, I'm an asshole with a
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah, I think I'll let Dix do his thing. It's always the third door, you know? It's always the third door that's booby trapped.
Oh,
Opening it up then
with Mage Hand.
with Mage.
Because now that you said that, I'm actually kind of wary.
So your concern seems to be unfounded as the door slides open with ease, revealing a scene very similar to the last room. It's 6 stone beds arranged around this area. The stone chests at the foot of each have been smashed, and stone statuettes of dwarves have been smashed.
Man, someone really doesn't like dwarves in here.
It's probably the Duragar.
Aren't there guy dwarves?
Well, in the same way that orcs are goblins.
Orcs aren't goblins.
Exactly.
But Durgar are actually dwarves.
Are they?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Are you fucking retarded?
Look, I might not be as intelligent as other people in this party.
You don't say.
But-
Can't imagine what gave that away.
Do you think Drow are not elves for some reason?
Probably.
I
Okay, my
think
dog
elves
wants
are
it.
a
Be right
lot
back.
more polite than you, for the most part.
Polite, right?
But-
Polite. Have you met wood elves? They eat people.
What?
Some do.
The
That
I
is
don't know where you heard that one at.
I don't remember when I heard that one, but I've heard that wood elves are sometimes.
I believe Rio heard that from far, far away in a distant land known as the Elder Scrolls.
It's where Rio is from.
Aye.
What's an Elder
What's
For
up
all
Scroll?
we know, he's the Dragonborn.
Might be.
No, Basil's a Dragonborn.
No worries. I mean, I'm sure there's cannibals of all races somewhere in Faerun, and maybe Wood Elves do have that theme somewhere in the back of their covens, but it's just not something that I'm aware of off the top of my head.
Oh, we're
No,
talking about what
that's
else
never
in
come
Elder
up in
Scrolls?
no-
Yeah, they were legit cannibals. That was weird.
Oh, yeah, in Elder Scrolls, yeah, they were.
Oh god, what was that other game? Pillars of Destiny.
Pillars of
something
Eternity?
like that? Yeah, Pillars of Eternity. Wasn't that one where the elves were like literally 8 people to get their memories or something like that? No, that
I
wasn't it.
don't think
shit.
so.
Which game was it? I'll think of it later. Alright, so what's in this tunnel? Is this an area?
So the tunnels that you're finding yourself in are about 8 foot high, uniformly so, though they have been messily dug out of the stone walls. They seem to converge at a central point, which you are currently standing on, before they seem to take a sudden downward tilt and begin going further down.
Odd. Wait, have we just found the entrance to the next level down?
Yeah, that was a sewer line. Just in case, though.
I have no idea where we are. I'm so lost.
Well, that's Not great, but I'll take it.
I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say we're in the bottom right corner of the map.
You don't say.
If
What
not
gave
to
you
get meta
that?
about it.
Gave you that idea?
The corner of the black square of which our characters are traversing.
I shall name this tunnel Florida.
Oh god.
I'm offended
Oh.
by that comment.
It's doomed to be underwater. We gotta get out of it quickly.
God.
I resent that comment.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'm from Florida, that's why.
But in all seriousness, is there anything of note at the end of this very phallic-shaped fucking tunnel?
Nothing of immediate note. There is, it seems to have been dug by similar things. All three tunnels seem to have been dug by similar things, if not the same thing, which then converge downwards. The tunnel stretches on well beyond your dark vision and further down. So where it leads, you would have to follow to find out, but it seems like it stretches on for quite a bit.
I found a very deep and dark hole.
Did you fall down it?
What? No, obviously I didn't. I'm right here.
Damn. I'm not even gonna hide it anymore.
Just remember, at any point in time, there could be 5 of me.
I know. And I have nightmares just thinking about it.
It's okay, I'll make it a reality for you sooner or later.
Alright, so north or south?
You mean to the testicle or to wherever that is?
Either or, right?
I'm pretty sure that just leads back to someplace we've been.
Up here? Alright.
Maybe.
Possibly.
The hallways, though they look similar to any other ones, don't strike you as something you've been through yet. If
Well, we
that matters to you.
Just get here. Neat.
Oh, fuck me, I found a door.
Where'd you go? To the left or right? I missed it.
Hi, how you
There you
doing?
Hello. Ah! Son of a bitch.
I love taking every opportunity just to fuck with you.
Ah! Alright, so you found a door. Good job.
Now,
What the-
open the door.
Why is everyone telling me to open doors? What the hell's wrong with you? You're acting like it's a mimic or
Because
something.
you're a living, breathing pick.
I'm a living, breathing something. Lockpick's one of my many attributes.
Aye. Now
You're
get to picking locks.
That we haven't encountered a door that's been locked yet.
Aye, that's true.
I'm literally just a doorman.
Mm-hmm.
So, opening the door, I assume?
Well, yes, unless it tries to attack me, in which case I will stab it.
It does not, surprisingly so. Tipping the door inwards, or outwards, as it would be, rather, you can find that this room is divided up by stone walls. Your mind, you consider what they may be used for a brief moment before you realize that there are lavatories cut into the bottom of the floors, divided by the stone walls. You seem to have found the privies.
I found the shitter.
Laboratories?
Lavatory. Yes.
Oh, the lavatory.
It's a bath, yeah.
Ugh.
Does it smell like anything's been here within the last, I don't know, ever?
Give me a perception check.
I'm going to regret this roll.
Yes, you are. Totally.
I take a big fucking whiff. God, that's a good whiff I'm gonna regret.
Oh, aye, that you are. Well, Styx might not.
Eh.
He's used to it.
Smells like
So
sticks.
you smell a couple of things. Age, left behind being primarily. You do notice that there is a strange smell of decay, much like a body decaying, and a strange smell of like brine.
Ugh.
I smell
You know
many
the
a
term.
thing in bathrooms. This bathroom does not smell like any of these things. Except maybe the decaying thing. I have found a few dead rats in a lavatory or two. Mostly outhouses.
Ugh.
Trying to get to that sweet corn. Pretty tasty,
Well,
too.
well, I don't think there's anything for us down there.
Well, you don't want to dive into one of the holes?
No? Why would I?
I don't know, some people have weird fetishes. Sometimes they actually swallow their own rings.
Oh my freaking god.
Basil, pause.
Oh, yes! Yes! Basil tripped it.
Fuck!
So stepping forward, Basil, you...
Stepping forward while attempting to insult Sticks. I
Yes,
want to make that clear.
that may be the true problem here. As you step forward, you suddenly feel the floor beneath you give way. I'm going to ask for you to make me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, please.
Everyone, get down! Sticks, jump on top of this grenade!
How about no, you daft bastard?
Oh, shit. Well, this is what I get.
I don't know what's happening to him, but I'm smiling at it.
So by the floor
Oh,
giving
no.
way, I mean that the floor itself does indeed give way, and you begin to fall down into a 20-foot deep pit, taking 7 bludgeoning damage.
Fuck.
Hey guys, Basil found another hole.
I hate you so much that you're right.
My question is why you fell in it.
Basil, as you are laying here at the bottom of this pit, feeling both sorry for yourself and probably angry at Styx, because honestly, I mean, the rogue probably should have been going first.
I might have figured there was a trap there, and I didn't say a damn thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Where are we? I'm lost.
You want to
back?
head north. Or,
And then?
sorry. You want to head to the left and then north.
Just follow the sound of a dragonborn falling.
Fuck you.
Did you find an Oni?
Yeah.
To the right.
Hey,
To the
Right.
follow the Oni, rats. Follow the Oni. He'll lead you to
Hello,
safety.
Fluffy.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep. You're with everybody.
Alright.
So Basil has just found himself falling down into a 20-foot deep pit, 10-foot wide,
Fuck!
coarse stone on either side. Now, you took only a meager 7 bludgeoning damage, so it's not that big of a deal. However, as you're beginning to stand up, right yourself, put yourself back together as you take a look at your surroundings, you realize that it's not pitch black down here. There is this faint glow that's happening right below your feet.
Oh, shit.
As you take a look down, there is this sigil that you don't recognize that is
Oh.
slowly fizzing, as though it's following a path. A corner of it started lighting and then dimming, and that dim has followed the course of the sigil as though it's unraveling.
Huh.
Grab another
Uh,
Halaster rune.
Oh, shit. This'll be number 3 I've gotten myself into.
How do you keep
Can I
finding these
use
damn things?
athletics to try and get out of the pit before this thing goes up?
Yeah, that could work.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna,
will try to use my athletics to get out of the pit.
for shits and giggles, I will attempt to help him. I'm gonna throw a rope down to him.
What is holding on to the other end of the rope?
Sticks.
Absolutely nothing.
If you say Sticks, then Sticks is coming into the hole.
Sticks. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Trust me. Just trust the goblin. I'm stronger than I look. I promise.
Okay, I'll grab the, Oh, you
What?
little shit. You're gonna let go of the rope when I try to climb it.
No.
Okay, fine. Alright, here I go for athletics. Oh no!
Jesus Christ!
What? Basil?
I told
What
you I
is
was
wrong with
strong.
you?
I'm a strong goblin.
Well, alright then, I guess I'm still in the pit.
Yeah, okay, so the what is effectively a bomb goes off.
Uh-oh!
Nice.
Well, Christ.
It's,
Please be fire!
it is fire damage.
Yay!
However, it is 8d8 fire damage.
It is. Only 1d8 fire damage? Oh, that's
8.
good.
Eight.
Ah!
Basil,
So
I'm
that-
gonna throw this rope down to you. I see a torrent of flame erupt. Like, oh well, he's fucking dead.
So that is 36 fire, which you half down to a meager, I think,
18.
yeah.
-1 enter. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Come on, please work. Yay, it worked. Huzzah.
Huh, anyone else smell
Alright,
roasted
so-
chicken?
So, the only thing you see is a hand slowly come up over the edge of the thing. A charred, roasted edge. And then Basil pulling himself out of the rope and saying, I fucking hate those runes.
Holy crap, you're alive!
Oh
I mean,
my
thank God you're alive!
I'm tougher than I look. And
I
I
think-
look pretty tough.
And you smell
I think you have
delicious.
activate every single room we have encountered so far.
Yes, yes.
You know what? And it's better that way. I can take a hit.
I can avoid being hit.
Yes.
Alright, so let's continue on then. I'm still good to go.
Hey, Basil, weird question. Do you actually need your tail?
I don't have a tail, I'm a dragon.
Dragonborn have tails.
No, they don't.
Why are we going back the way we just came?
This is
Because
other
I
stuff
got
that way.
turned around. I got hit with an explosion, and you'll excuse me if I got turned around.
Yeah, but the goblin is following you, so he has no excuse.
At this point, I'm just like waiting for a bit to fall off so I can nom on it.
Dragonborns do not have tails, though. You're
No,
thinking
they
of half
don't.
Dragon.
It's more
Wait,
fun if they did.
so you activated this trap and you don't want to see what's on the other side?
Is that just the hallway we came from?
Or
I
we can...
believe it is.
I don't know, I haven't been there in like...
Well, I'll give it a jump and see. I'm gonna use my athletics because that's gone so well so far and jump
If-
over the pit.
Just to save you the roll, if your strength is over 10, you can jump over the pit.
Oh, well, my strength is 20, so
Whoop.
I will jump over the pit. Wait, what?
What? I
Your
told you.
strength is over 10?
I told you I was strong. Why don't you believe me?
Because
jump
you're
on
a wee lad.
So? Just because I'm small doesn't mean a damn thing. Also, we have been here before. See that door? I opened it. I can tell because I
Aye.
also peed on it.
Okay, we're happy to...
There you go again with your peeing on things.
Okay, so I lied. I peed on 4 things while we've been down here. Whoop.
Alright, so, where to now?
Well-
North, south, I'm still good to go.
You smell fantastic.
I smell like burnt lizard.
Exactly.
Shut
It
up.
smells great. Anyone else hungry?
You know, I am a bit peckish, but I'm fine.
Weird question. Do you need all of your fingers?
Aye.
Damn it. What about your toes?
Aye.
Damn it.
I've only got 3 toes.
So there is a couple of things to note within this room as you guys are stepping into it. Being that there are 2 corpses within this room, one male and one female Duergar lie sprawled across the room. The other thing of note is that there are 2 archgates in this room, one to the north and one to the south, each one embedded into a wall.
Anyone gonna eat that?
No.
Oh,
Just be sure you loot it before you nom.
like gross?
What, you never had Duergar before?
No. I haven't. And I don't think I want to.
I'm not gonna lie.
Besides, I don't know how long that thing's been here.
That's a good question, actually. I'm gonna find out how long it's been here.
By
Why-
eating it?
I mean, I wasn't originally, but now I kind of want to.
Jeez.
I like. What do I roll to identify how long a corpse has been here?
I believe that-
Medicine.
Yes, medicine.
I'm not that great at that, but who knows? I get some wonky rolls. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been here.
With a 6, yes. The best you can tell is that one is male, one is female.
Basil, do not have sex with this.
You know what? Just
You should
fine,
just ignore
whatever.
him, okay? Ignore him.
Yeah,
I
good
will
luck.
try best.
Far more patient people than you have tried.
Mm.
You'd be surprised how often a paladin will lose his eye, though. Holy shit.
Well, then we'll check out these arch gates.
All right. It seems like everybody's moving to the northern one. So the north gate is decorated with inlaid images of dancing goblins. There is a letter D carved into the arch's keystone.
Are we supposed to dance or what?
The goblin needs to dance, that's what.
Aye. That has to be it. Quick! Sticks! Give us a little jig.
I give you the finger.
That's not a dance, that's an insult.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me try this. I remove one of the Duragar's fingers, I give it to him.
Oh my god.
Why? I don't get metaphors sometimes. That said, being a goblin and seeing this, does it coin anything in my little pea brain of a mind?
While you are aware that there are some goblin what's the term?
Rituals, mating habits, festive time.
The dance itself that seems to be playing out there isn't one you recognize. You do know that there are some goblin folk, I don't want to say folk tales, but traditions, those sort of things. But they don't seem to be doing anything recognizable, A, and B, it also brings to notion why there would be goblins on a depicted archway in a dwarven stronghold.
That is a good question. Hold on. Saralia,
Yeah?
didn't we find like a small brass thing? Like it was for like a musical instrument, wasn't it?
What, a tuba?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
tuba.
like a tuba, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's like a clue to this floor. Maybe this floor is kind of musical, right? Like
I never thought I'd say this. Why the fuck didn't we bring a bod?
I know.
Is there a
no,
D
this
key
is
in
gonna
music?
be- I
Yeah?
don't know, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Me. I actually don't know what a D key sounds like.
Do, re, mi, fa, so.
Basil is going to try to sing in a D key.
I am going to try not laughing until he's done.
Alright.
Basil, I will ask, since you haven't expressed ever being musically inclined before, as far as
He
I know,
is not.
I would ask for you to make me a performance roll, and I'll set a DC at just a basic 10.
Okay, do you want me to have disadvantage because at it?
No,
I'm fine with it.
the check itself is because I haven't heard of you being musically inclined yet.
Alright, here we go. Performance. Holy shit.
Not bad.
I've got
That's-
baritones.
I managed to not laugh at you.
Screw you, that was good.
I feel better.
Me.
I don't think it's me. I don't remember which one it is, but it's not me.
Yeah.
I think it's... actually, I don't know myself, and I'm not going to embarrass myself by doing this on a recorded video. So,
Come on, it's funny.
I will.
so Basil
Baby
gives
Basil,
out...
what he do?
Basil gives out a surprisingly eloquent performance as he goes up and down the scale and finds the D note and just sings out a note for it. After a brief moment, the gate itself does in fact react and ripple.
Holy shit.
And the same ever familiar female voice echoes out, "Access to level 13, granted."
Whoa!
Fuck that!
Alrighty then. Let's see.
Alright. What level are we on? Level 6?
6.
Okay, so 6 to 13 D note. Got it.
And you know what 6 rhymes with?
6? Sticks.
Well, actually, I was gonna say Dix, but yeah, it also rhymes with my name, coincidentally. How about that?
Aye. Like what I want to kick you in.
What makes you think I have one?
So, examining the southern arch, which as that seems to be where people are starting to move towards, you can see that its sides are carved much in opposition to the northern one, in the form of scantily clad elves, one male, one female.
Yeah.
Each one is holding a finger to their lips in the gesture of silence.
I farted.
Well, being quiet isn't working.
No, it's not. I was wondering if that was what you were trying to do.
It was.
It was.
So they're putting their finger to their lips?
Yes.
So, weird question. Does anyone happen to know the spell of silence?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I figured none of you would, because you probably would have used it on me a few times by now.
Oh my god, that is an amazing idea.
And just to think,
Real.
I'm the one that thought of it.
Aye.
No. I don't have that spell at all. It sucks. But
Actually, it's quite useful, I think.
It is useful. It is the most useful spell in the world, but that's not what will work here.
What if you make a shh sound?
No, I will just mimic the one dwarf woman in the mirror and put my finger to my lips.
The elves.
Elves.
Oh, elves, okay. Whatever they are.
Scantily clad.
That just makes it worse.
Or put a finger to her lip.
Mimicking the gesture doesn't seem to give any sort of reaction by the gate.
How about touching the gate? Finger to... I don't know. Finger.
Doing so as well, again, doesn't seem to elicit a reaction from the gate.
I'll mimic the pose and make the sound that you make when you do the pose, like shh.
Let's look at you all like you're all fucking morons.
It's
Yeah,
a little quieter around the area when Rio does that, but nothing else happens.
I have no idea.
Well,
Well, we tried everything else. I'm gonna pee on it now.
alright.
No.
Why not?
No!
They're fucking elves!
So? They're elves!
Exactly! That's why I'm peeing on it.
No!
Why not?
Basil, since as you are starting to walk around here, I would mention that you do catch a noise. You catch the noise of giggling and footfalls coming from around the next corner there.
Oh, hell.
I'm gonna see if I could figure out a clue to this gate then. So.
I'm gonna go watch our Dragonborn make an ass of himself.
Investigation would work, or Arcana.
Investigation.
26. From the looks of it, it most likely does have the ideas. When you're looking at this gate, the first ideas that come to mind are the ones your comrades threw out before. The idea of maybe the silent spell might work, considering that these are magical gates and that they are making a silence gesture. It is also quite possible that since the one to the north was a note, that maybe there's some sort of...
I thought about the silent, but in the music thing there's a silent, but that you don't do anything, you just keep quiet.
Yeah, there is also a possibility of somehow that comes into play, but right now your best guess would be the silent spell or something akin to it.
Okay.
Do any of us has like a musical instrument of any sort?
I'm a goblin.
Actually, no.
You know what's funny? I think like every single one of my other characters but Strife actually is musically inclined with something.
Can I use... You can use prestidigitation to make sounds. Can I use it to play a little music with a silent in it?
That
Maybe.
difficult to do. You could roll an Arcana check for it, or your spellcasting modifier check for it. Yes, I suppose.
Nope.
Nice.
No. The magic does not bend right for you in this instance.
Well, I need a musical instrument. Well, I am out of ideas.
And you're running low on party members.
Yeah.
I will figure it out another time. It probably leads to freaking 18 or some crazy crap like that. We'll be fine. Now then, it's Bustle's turn to try a door.
I hide behind the Chimera.
Is the door locked?
The door is not locked. No.
All right. Bustle will burst in with surprise. Aha!
Aha. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. That is. So
Aha!
Basil, you burst in just in time to see dead Ulgar. There are. This room seems to have been ransacked at some point. There are 7 alcoves there, which you can see pictured on the map, that all stand empty. There is a white marble bed in the middle of the room, and its corner posts have been carved to resemble dwarf warriors standing at attention. More pressing, however, and the thing that caught your sight, with the immediates that you walked in, is at the foot of the bed is a stone trunk, its lid thrown open, and the legs of a dead Drugar are sticking upright out of the chest.
Freaking hell, these Durgar are taking all the fun out of adventuring and looting everything before we even get a chance.
Maybe we can fight the Duragar and take everything.
Oh, that's a good idea, Reed.
See, now you're thinking like a
Durgar.
goblin.
I'm thinking like somebody who's, well, I suppose I am in that case.
You only
I
need to
assume,
worry when you get the urge to pee on everything.
Alright, let's have a look-see around.
I am going to pull the Durgar out of the chest and see if I can identify if it was the trap inside the chest that killed him. Like, do I see bolts or darts or anything sticking out of him when I yank the corpse out?
Yes, pulling out the corpse, you can indeed find that there are darts. That's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. There are darts inside, or in the female Durgar's chest. It looks as though they were launched out of a spring-loaded mechanism from the chest itself.
Should have brought a rogue. Shame.
What's more pressing for you with your decent perception, or sorry, that's Blue's perception check. With you checking the chest and your decent passive perception, being a rogue that you are, you can notice that the chest has already been looted, even with this dead Rugar simply left here. It seems as though something else has come by at some point and just cleared it out around it.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, right?
Basil, with your check, you're not finding anything new than what has already been described. There is, if you're interested in it, there is the Drugar's war pick lying on the floor beside her body. Other than that, the room stands as it was.
I will take that war pick. Never know when you need a war pick. Ooh, now I have 6 war picks. Wonderful.
I really
Never
don't...
knew we needed war picks.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what you're doing with them all.
Well, you never know when you need to, like, I don't know, lure a rust eater, whatever they're away
A
from
rust monster?
Hey, you know, something that likes to eat metal. Might
Oh.
need to lure it away from somewhere. You never.
Oh, I thought you were just using them to scratch your ass.
By Paylor. Why?
I'm more curious why you need 6 of them to scratch your ass with. How big is your ass?
Just open it.
What, you mean this door? I open the door.
That door... Sorry, I am double checking myself. Okay, yes. So, opening up the door, you find something quite of note, and something that I'm going to have you.
Oops. Ignore that.
Whoa.
So, this is a rather large and open room, as you can no doubt see, and it's obviously well lit because this room is held up mainly by the lit pillars. Getting a easy look inside with the illusion is that you notice similar creatures to the floor that you saw on the floor above. Cloakers, they were called. Seem to be circling around a dais raised in the southern part of the room here. It's a 10-foot climb to a golden marble dais, and standing on top of the dais appears to be a 10-foot, seems to be a clay altar flanked by 10-foot tall statues of dwarves, outfitted in ceremonial purple and gold armor with eyeless helm.
Yeah, it's more than kinky manta rays. Fantastic.
Right. Well, let me have a look-see in here.
I did roll stealth. Okay.
Do you mind if before we go into this big room, if we maybe dash back up to that room up and have a short rest just so I can get my HP?
What's HP?
I don't know, but if I had to say, I feel like I 79 out of 100.
You assume I can count.
I do assume you can count because you're a greedy little bastard.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Jesus.
The only reason Styx knows numbers, so he can count money.
Hey. Well, at the very least, let me use this before we go to this suspicious lost chamber. Ooh, okay.
Do you feel better now that you've patted yourself and gave yourself a little wank?
As soon as... There we go. Hey. Alright, let's have... Oh, shit, I knew it.
Did I not
well-
just say there were things in there? I'm confused.
Actually, no, I didn't hear that part.
I did say that.
Oh,
He
damn.
did.
I missed it.
Stepping further into the room, Basil, you yourself can indeed see the cloakers and the statues mentioned before. The room itself is well lit because, as I said before, there are quartz pillars lining the area. Something else of note as you're stepping into this room is a hand that's waving towards you, coming into view from behind this pillar over here. There seems to be sticking its head out is a female dwarf of some sort. She has a few with brunette hair. It seems to be a female dwarf, as you would know, that not one of the Drugar that you're really expecting. She seems to be waving toward you, trying to get your attention, and she's pointing cautiously towards the two cloakers flying about the room to the south of you. She seems to be trying to keep hidden from both them and probably unsure about you and your rather large group, especially as her eyes trail past you towards what seems to be a stone or a guardian of some sort, followed by a chimera. She has yet to voice anything, but you can see that hope is slowly draining from her face as she's looking towards your posse.
What's the range on message again? I gotta check that. And is she within it is the better question.
It's 120 feet, I think.
It is 120 feet. Is she within 120 feet?
She is within 65 feet of you.
Fantastic. I'm going to cast message. Hi, how you doing? I'm Six the Goblin, and these are my idiots. What the hell are you doing down here, and why haven't you killed those things?
So the woman reacts, she jerks back behind the pillar at the sudden voice, probably whipping her head back and forth to see if she's suddenly under attack, but obviously she's not. Before her
I'm about to
head...
say, if she looks back at me, I'm just going to gesture like, well?
Right. And she is, what's the word?
Responds.
Replies, I was looking for hesitantly. There it is. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm tripping on my words today. Hesitantly responds, using the same method that you've given her, whisper, through the whisper of, I came down here to look for treasure, and I seem to have found more than I've really bargained for. Any chance you all could help?
So, without hearing the message that is going between Styx and her, because obviously that's magic nonsense, Basil will look at her, then look at the cloakers, notice her worried face, remember the cloakers from the fifth.
Seeing
And
this
we'll
wonderfully honorable bullshit, I grab him by the belt and yank it real quick. Don't hold on, I'm in a conversation. Wait till the call's finished.
What now?
I'm
Huh?
talking to the dwarf. Give me a moment.
Oh, magic, right.
Yeah, magic. I do it. Isn't it great? Anyway, message. I'll tell you what, we'll help you hide stuff on the condition that I get your number afterwards. And maybe some of your loot.
Oh, don't forget to ask if they know where the loot is.
I just slowly look at you like, have you met me?
Oh, right.
Of course I'm gonna ask about the loot.
She seems to mull over it for a moment as the proposal of loot has been brought into the equation. Some concern draining away from her as she considers the options. She says, we'll work out a cut, maybe 9-10.
Oh,
Can we do this afterwards?
no.
60-40.
So what?
Our way.
80-20.
30-70.
Oh.
50-50.
So negotiating during a very dangerous and trepidatious situation, she finally relents and says, okay, 70-30 our way. Or
Our way. Come on, Styx, don't fuck this up. This is what you're good at. 70-30 our way. She's in trouble. She needs us.
I'll tell you what, I'll knock off another 5 again if I get your number. Anyway, I'm gonna let my dragonborn go kill things now. And with that, I end the message and slap Basil on the ass. Go get him, Tiger.
Raw! 3, 4, 6.
Jesus Christ.
And,
You know,
can't
he
make it all
just
the way.
smacked your ass.
You know what? I'm just... I in actors school, they, I took some acting classes, and if one thing I learned in that class, it's how to do yes and yes anding I will. So, with the raw, I'm gonna get to there, and if you'll allow me a surprise action. If not, I can roll turn.
I would ask for turn order, but they will still have the surprise condition on them.
Okay, that's cool. Do-do. So there's for me. And here is for Fluffy. Oh wait, I gotta find...
Fluffy.
Fluffy is...
There we go. Well, those cloakers aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
Oops, I forgot to grab.
They have a decent combat sound. Is this it? Yeah, that'll work.
There we go. Okay, I think that is both of them. Yes, okay. So leading us off on the pack here is Rio, as Basil charges headfirst along into this large, wide-open room towards the dais, where the two cloakers seem to be hovering at.
Meat tank away.
Meat tank away indeed.
I'll guiding bolt the nearest one. Sorry, I was muted.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Okay. Guiding bolt towards the nearest one. I assume that's the one bounces on. I should color code these things like I've been doing because that is really helpful.
Boy, is it.
On to the red one then.
Yep.
Sure thing.
Yes, I've noticed color coding helps.
Oh boy, giving the rogue advantage.
Maybe not the rogue.
Sid, the red one, that's it.
Yes, the red. Yep, so 25 hits for a 15 radiant damage, and the next
Great.
person to hit the red cloaker has advantage.
Nice.
You keep
Anything?
saying the red cloaker. I don't see the other cloaker.
There's another one. It's off to me, right?
Isn't there dynamic lighting in this?
And
Oh, there is.
Yeah, it's probably here. Okay, it's fine.
No, it's not.
The dynamic lighting is working fine on my end. I think it's
Oh.
just the angle that Rio's at.
Yeah, it must be that.
Oh, that could also be it. Yes.
It's fine. That's my turn.
Okay. Following you is Styx from the back.
And a very roguish move. I run up behind Rio, going to a slide on my knees between his legs. Short bow drawn.
Careful not to run your forehead against his nutsack.
I will run my forehead in where the fuck I feel like running my forehead into. Also, short bow, pokey, advantage because pain is fun. Huzzah!
Pokey.
okay.
Pokey.
That's some bad sneak damage.
That is some bad sneak damage.
It's 46.
4 and 13.
Oh, well, actually, no, not as bad. Yeah. That's average-ish.
17 total. Okay.
Why did it only roll your dex for damage?
That's actually a good question. Huh. One moment.
Because it only rolled 4 and it says dex.
What the fuck? Hold on, let me add a d6 that real quick.
Yeah, I was like, that didn't look right.
Oh, there you go.
That's better. Like, wait, 4 damage, huh?
Right?
I mean, I get for a d6, but you add your bonuses into it, and it's like, yeah, you have... Sure, you have a lot higher of a bonus, even if you rolled a...
Yeah, I need to
One.
check that later. Anyway, bonus action dash over here. Oh, yeah, I see the other cloaker. Fantastic. Well, shit. That's my turn. I will protect my soon-to-be wife. Why did it roll? Oh, that's why. Because I didn't actually have it set for 1d6. I had it set for 1 and then nothing. Huh.
Styx. Okay, so as your turn ends there, I would also mention that as you're giving it, now that you're given a chance to look about the room, now that you're in the center of it, and you have completed your actions here, I would mention that your keen ears are picking up something more in this area. The flapping of the wings of the cloakers is muting a lot of what you can hear. They seem to be the central point for it, but you can hear footsteps elsewhere in the room echoing off the walls here and there, just fidgeting and slow walks. There seems to be something else within the room.
Ah, not this shit fucking again. God damn it, where's my chalk? Do I have chalk?
Something in the room.
I hope I have chalk. I don't have chalk. Oh, fuck.
Sarah, with your buddy and pal.
Alrighty, so she's gonna slide down the arm of the shield guardian and move forward. And, she's going to... shoot at the red one. Or some major damage that's probably gonna alert some people.
27, damn.
Yes.
So good.
That's her turn.
Okay. Would you like to have? Actually, I think you rolled separately for.
I
Aspis.
did.
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
Cool. In that case, Fluffy is up.
All right. Let me see. So I can. Right.
Meow.
Meow. Indeed. So Fluffy can fly 60. Who? Okay, and that's 50, and then another 5, 10, maybe, yeah.
She
5,
could probably
10.
reach the other cloaker with that speed. Damn.
You'd be surprised. From where she was, from there to here is 60.
Got you. But I mean, there's also a dash if you want to put her into that range.
I don't think I do just yet. It's not like she has an action surge. But I will have her hovering right there at about there. Prep to go after him.
Okay. In that
Just
case,
have her be there looking timid.
yes. So we would have the cloakers next. However, they do have the surprise condition on them, so they're unable to take actions or reactions. Their turn ends, and we go on to actually Basil.
Aye. Alright, well now that I'm here, first thing I'm gonna do on that right south of me, he's gonna get a face full this.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. They got a 17, which is enough to save.
Damn.
So they take half damage, which is 7.
Aye.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Accurate.
Okay. And then Basil is going to try to make himself look like a target, screaming like, "Come on, you bastards!
You
Follow
already
me!
smell like a
Come and get
target!
2, 3, 5, 6. Come on, you bastards! Come and get me!" And he will take the dodge action.
Okay.
And that is Basil's turn.
You heard him. Eat the dragonborn first. He smells better.
Then we go to Aspis.
1, 2. Alright, next to Fluffy. And then let's see, probably take the dodge action or the dash action here to because
Well, they are
Attack.
flying 20 feet up in the air.
that is true.
Mistress commands.
Because they don't have any ranged attacks.
That is true. That
You-
we know of.
You can give him ranged attacks.
I can.
Yeah, isn't there a thing where you could actually like equip it with spells or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's gonna take some. It's gonna take a rest, I think, right before like a long rest to kind of figure out what kind of spells to attune it to.
You can complete Aspis and his love for trying to cast Fireball.
That's Fireball, yeah.
Yes! Wand of Fireball inside of Aspis. This is the bestest thing ever.
So he'll dash kind of in between the two.
Okay. Anything further?
That is his turn.
Okay, and then we go on to Skella. So Styx, you being next to her, I would mention to your benefit that she seems to be wearing a gem-studded cloak, almost fit for a king, fastened to her belt. In plain view, there's a small gold figurine of a female elf holding up a symbol of the sun. She also seems to have her own weapons to her, a war pick and javelins, apparently, though she is making no motion to step forward Instead, she is choosing to continue to stay near the quartz pillar, or near the pillar back here, and just keep a watch of the situation. Most likely, she doesn't seem to be injured herself, but most likely wary of whatever the cloakers have done prior to your arrival. Following up from her is Rio. Again.
Still cannot see anything.
I see a lot of things.
Always the spies. I'll cast Spirit Guardians on myself, of course.
Ooh, a blender.
Yeah, my bunch of animals blender.
Holy crap, you can summon a buffet?
Well, you can try to eat them if you're there. And I designed to not be harmed the party and the creature in the middle. That we're supposed to be saving.
The dwarf?
Is that dwarf? Whatever that
The
is.
Dwargar.
Yeah, that. And that's it. I'm gonna give myself a aura, and that's it.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, that's. I just cast Spirit Guardians on myself.
Okay, so that is, you have to designate who is allowed into it by sight, and
Yeah, I designate the party and that thing.
Skella, the dwarf.
Yeah, the party, including the pets and the dwarf. The
Okay.
dwarf,
It's not a
whatever.
pet. It's part of the party.
Okay, and the saves and damage is made on the creature's turn, right?
Yeah,
It's made when they first
enter.
enter, which is when he casts it, so.
No, it's at the start of their turn or when they enter the area.
Okay.
So it's at the start of that thing's turn.
Gotcha. Okay, that works out. In that case, we move on to Styx.
Alright, let me do some... Oh, wow, yeah, I'm not gonna have anywhere enough movement to do what I want to do. And nothing's melee or friendly, so that also sucks. But... Just to see if I can ever break the curse. Oh boy, look at this poor bastard in stabbing range. What am I about to do? That's right, I'm about to stab it!
He's flying 20 feet up in the air.
I'm about to fucking not stab it and shoot it instead! Fuck, if it's flying 20 feet in the air, fuck what I'm doing. I'm going back to where I was and fucking just shooting the damn thing. 20 feet in the air, my... God damn it, fuck these things.
11 would not hit.
I figured it wouldn't. God damn it.
The 16 probably would have.
I know,
That-
right?
Could have broken the curse, but not quite.
Well, that's all I got.
Did you go punch a pillow or something?
No, that wasn't me. That was someone else.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The joys of sharing a home.
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright.
So, following Styx is not Saralia, but in fact a new contender.
Uh-oh.
No! Jesus, no.
where
no,
are
it
you,
is.
little shit?
It is not Jesus, unfortunately.
Wow! Damn!
So, Basil, standing here at the top of this this stairwell that raises up slightly, you get an eyeful of a couple of things of note. That there is a few slashes and smears of blood around this area of the altar. Obviously, some sort of fight happened here not too long ago, and while you're looking towards the cloaker, considering maybe it made off with one of Skella's friends or something similar to that, your ears are in fact drawn to a thumping happening just to the south of you. And turning to look, there is what appears to be a 8-foot tall, barrel-chested, built-out giant dwarf made of clay, erupting from the center of the statuettes out of the altar, shielded by them.
Oh, hell yeah. Come get me, big boy.
Man, I really hope that thing's friendly. I doubt it, though.
You hear Skella whisper under her breath as she's next to you, says, "Not. It's really, really not."
Good to know. Hey, Basil, he wants to give you a hug, she says.
Time to get my sumo wrestler on and hug it back.
So the creature, this giant clay dwarf, charges forward towards Basil and attempts to slam its fists at home into our metal-encrusted dragon.
It is at disadvantage. I take the dodge action.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So that is a big fail, because that's all disadvantage, and one more roll for disadvantage. Okay, so its highest was then a 10 and then a 13. So its fists fail to make strong impact against you as it tries and fails to throttle you.
Aha! Come on, you bastard! You're gonna have to do better than that.
Now we go to Soralia.
Okay, she's gonna shoot the red cloaker. Or attempt to, anyway.
Okay.
Any day now. Thank you.
I love the
15,
Thundermonger
Fantastic.
so much.
It's a great weapon. I love
So
it.
good.
That's her turn. Oh, I know. It's an awesome weapon. Is all she can do.
It is, you managed to shoot the thing out of the air. It is a very dead creature.
Awesome.
Following Soralia's excellent display of firearm proficiency, we have the one and only Fluffy.
Woohoo! Okay, so let's see. Fluffy, Fluffy, take care of the other one! 15, and then, yeah, she can totally make it. So I switch to that, and put her right here. Okay, and Fluffy is going to do the multi-attack. So, let's see, it's bite or... So instead of the horns, she's going to claw, bite, and fire breath this close.
Meow.
So bite first.
Yeah, pretty much.
Does 15 hit?
15 does hit. Yes, you're looking for a 14.
Yay. And then claws. Woohoo!
14 hits?
And fire breath.
Oh!
Fucking roar, goddamn.
Fire
Yeah.
breath.
Brr.
Throw. He got a 20 on the die. Well, not on the die, but 18 on the die.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, thank you. So that is a success, but he does take half, so 15 damage goes to the cloaker, who begins to do aerial maneuvers to try to evade the fire to less than astonishing success. It's looking very badly hurt, but not dead. Anything else?
No, that is Fluffy's turn. Go Fluffy.
Fantastic. And we go on to Basil himself.
Alright, you bastard. Time for a taste of Basil Ball. Alright, so, I'm gonna use my first minute. Let's see. Okay. And then, in addition to that, my maneuvers again, I need to do this just to figure it out. How do I look at them without posting them? I think I can do this, right? Sure. No. There we are. Okay. Here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna use fainting attack to gain advantage. Well, actually, I'll use let's see. Yeah, I'll use distracting strike on it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that means I deal an extra D. No, I give advantage to the next person to attack it, and they get to roll an extra 10. Then I will use for my second action, my attack. I'm going to use Commander's Strike on Saralia, because I'm sure that with her Thundermonger's awesome range, she's in.
Oh yeah, she's
So-
definitely within range.
So with advantage, make an attack against this. The
clay golem,
Oh,
Yeah,
the mud
like
monster.
the mud monster. Yeah. So 20,
20 does hit for 12 and then 15 damage, right?
and then a
And then-
D10.
extra
So-
D10.
So 19 and 15 thunder. 34 total.
34 total. Okay. The hole gets blasted into the shoulder there, leaving out a solid chunk of it. It appears hurt, but obviously not bloody.
And then I will use an action surge and use a fainting attack to get advantage for self on this. Battle axe. Ooh, only 13.
Yeah.
Uh, 13 will not hit, no.
Damn. Okay, and for last attack, because I used my action surge, I'm going to use a distract strike instead. So normal and battle axe. Ooh, 20. Nice.
20 does hit for 12 slashing damage.
Yes.
Don't you get the extra D10 for that too?
Yes, I do.
So I don't think you added it to your previous attack.
The distracting strike, no, because it was added to.
To mine. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't get it from that one. And then the other
Okay.
one just failed it.
Oh, that's good. You got max damage on that.
Ooh, nice.
22.
Yeah. Okay, and it now has to either attack me or it has to roll a save of 17.
Okay. Can do.
Because, sorry. Let's see, where is it? Goading attack. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. Failed save. The target has advantage on all attack rolls against targets other than my neck. So, yeah. He's fighting me.
Yes,
Alright.
indeed. So
And-
after that amazing display, was there anything further?
Nope. No, that's it. That's pretty much the majority of my resources.
So Basil bursts forward, and that solid beatdown brings the dwarf golem into nearly a bloodied state, but obviously it still retains itself as it bears down on Basil. Unfortunately, we go to the cloakers next instead, and only one of those remains. Let's have it. Let's have it make its. Actually, it cannot. Let's have it do its multi attack. One bite and one tail going towards Fluffy.
Yep.
12, I assume, does not hit.
Armor class of 14 on Fluffy.
Strange, that seems to be around a lot today. Tail does lance forward for a 16 to hit to do a solid 11 slashing damage.
Minus 11. Enter. There we go.
The cloaker is going to then. It cannot. That's unfortunate. Okay. The cloaker being at a disadvantage in this area is going to maintain its height and look for a way to escape Fluffy, but it's probably going to fail to find one coming up. That goes on to Aspis.
Alright. He's gonna come down here.
Ooh, golem on golem action.
Jesus.
And we find yet
It's
another
a
fetish.
shield guardian, not a golem.
Alright, alright. I'm sorry. Fighting makes me happy.
We noticed.
Going to punch the golem twice.
Be wary of the Dragonborn's erection.
Ooh, nice.
9 minus 11. And that's both solid hits. Anything. Its attacks do not count as magical, does it?
I don't think so.
I think we settled on no.
Yeah. It doesn't say that they're magical. So, I mean...
Yeah, I think we settled on
Yeah.
the one. Okay. In that case...
Yeah, they don't. It doesn't look like it's got any +1s to it. Sorrel is going to have to fix that.
Yes, that is a work in progress. So as Aspiz's fists land into the belly of this large dwarf beast thing, you can see that the clay, as it's dispersed by the fist, rapidly reforms in the same places where he is struck. There seems to be difficulty in Aspiz for dealing damage to this creature.
Yeah. He's just confused as to why it's not working. Staring at his fist like...
This usually
the same. Yeah, the same look he gets when he can't cast Fireball.
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
Was I built wrong?
No. You're built awesomely.
Mama's gotta fix you.
Yes, mother.
Yo, there's a lot of weird, freaky fetishes in this room currently.
Anything further?
No, that's it for him.
Okay. From him, I'm going to make one sec as I do something. Rio,
Yeah.
what is your save DC?
Oh,
And it's a
Jesus.
Wisdom save, isn't it?
It is. And it's 16.
Well, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
What is the damage? Because I have you roll me damage, please.
That's shitty. 7.
7 damage.
What's
What am I
happening?
hitting?
It's a good question. 7 damage, and then I need to roll.
What are
Concentration,
his
it's something
wee
invisible.
beasties hitting?
Something on the GM layer of this board. Hidden underneath.
Rio, you get the distinct impression of something. You hear through the pitter patter, through the calamity of the fight going on close at hand. You see, what do you conjure with your spirit guardians this time? Is it still fantastical animals and such?
A
Yes.
buffet!
A buffet. You see them seeming to bump into something to the east of you, about this area. They seem to cut into, their blood is spilt onto the floor before they suddenly stop, and everything seems to go back to being fine. Styx, with your rather keen hearing, you can see a rapid onset of footsteps going from southeast past you, actually, toward the northern area of this room.
Just a thing, my spirit guardians are difficult terrain, just in case.
Oh, they are they? Thank you so
Mhm.
much for that input. Let me double check myself there. So
You tend to trip over all the wee beasties.
20. Be about there. So not as close as it once was. Sorali, it actually, you managed to hear some form of footsteps running by you, but they are difficult to locate.
Okay.
Suddenly I don't feel like this side of the room's any safer.
Skella eyes up the golem and decides to make the smart move of moving over here, slightly away from Styx, because honestly, he's kind of
Smelly.
Abrasive?
Big.
that too. All of that. Let's have her. She is well out of range for any sort of ranged weapons that she has on her person. So she is going to maintain her wary distance and stand at the ready in case it comes closer.
I'll tell you what, I'll sweeten the deal. I'll actually bathe for your number.
Bathe and drop another 5%.
No.
I will think about it.
I will think about the number. Rio.
I'm going to ignore that for now. Just run up to here. And Eldritch plus the thing flying.
The cloaker, yes.
Yes. That's 1 and 2. Fuck.
Ooh,
Or what?
nice.
8 and 11.
11. The hits. Wow.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 11 does not hit. You are right. I missaw that number entirely.
Then that's okay. That's better.
Okay. At the end of the turn, I will mention that I will draw everybody's attention to the southern part of the board, to the dais that the clay golem and Aspis currently rest on, and Basil stands merely a foot away on the stairwell. I mentioned before how there were eyeless stone dwarven statuettes circling the altar that was encasing the clay golem. Standing here as they are now, something seems to trigger, something seems to happen, and they change slightly. A sickly green liquid begins pouring out of the eye holes for the statues around the altar, pooling about the dais floor. Basil, it is only now that you realize that there is a small indent near the stairs here, where rather than flowing over the stairs, this sickly liquid begins to form a pool near it, onto the dais itself, encompassing both the clay golem and Aspis currently, and yourself is yourself not yet, but merely a step away from it. The stench that rises up from it, standing as close as you are to it, is best put into the word of acidic. Your nose burns as it gets closer.
Ugh.
Tangy.
There seems to be, you can notice how there are, Aspis is not immune to poison, is he? I don't believe so. Sorry, poison. I mean acid. Duh.
Not immune to acid, no. Immune to poison, yes.
So, Basil, standing here as you are, you can see that small pock marks begin to appear over Aspis's feet where the acid begins to linger on him. However, the clay golem does not seem to suffer as much as his similarly sized brethren. Rather, he seems to be almost invigorated by it.
Oh no.
Why
Aspis,
does what
no, get out
heals
of there!
him hurts me? Mother help.
Styx, from your back, from here in the back, still negotiating both the number and the price. What would you like to do?
I feel like just like in mid-argument, I'm barely even looking as I just fire a short bow at the cloaker. Yep, that's appropriate too.
That's, yeah.
If you're not paying attention, then yes.
It nearly hits Fluffy.
I love how weirdly thematic this shit is constantly with Styx. It's perfect.
It is wonderful.
I'll never understand the theatrics behind his character, but it's been like this through Curse of Strahd, and it remains to this fucking day. God damn it. Styx is never gonna die. Yeah, that's my turn. It's like, okay, I tell you what, how about 3%? Can we go with 3%? Maybe not 5, but 3? Still arguing.
Right. So Esquela turns to continue arguing the price with you, still trying to negotiate you further down. We move on to the clay golem.
Aye.
As I said before, he seems to be suffering, or not suffering, but rather benefiting from some sort of invigorating effect from the sickly green pool that he's now standing in, as it's continuing to spread.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes, thank you.
For 13 damage. It's radiant. I don't know if that does any difference.
Sorry, did you say it's at disadvantage?
No, it's radiant.
Radiant,
Just in
right?
case.
Okay, because I rolled disadvantage by accident, but it's okay because he rolled the same number on both dice apparently. He failed. So what is the damage?
13.
13. Thank you. Okay. Radiant makes no effect, but thank you for noting that as well. So the clay golem, as I said before, seems to be invigorated by the pool of acid he's standing in. Notably, the acid, though it pools here in this area, it never rises far enough that it flows over the stairwell, as though protected in some way, or perhaps draining elsewhere. Perhaps this was all planned in some faraway trap maker's mind.
Does Aspis take any damage from the acid? I didn't hear you say anything about that.
Yes, but it's on his turn. I was mentioning the
Okay.
pockmarks merely for effect.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering.
I gotcha.
If that included there was some damage from the initial hit.
Right. So even as Rio's fantastical creatures begin to maul and cut into the beast, whatever benefit he's getting from standing in this pool is definitely helping mitigate that. He is going to main action roar, which gives him. He's going to roar or scream out into the bellows, or bellow outward rather. He is going to increase his AC from it, and he is going to get to do his slam attack as a bonus action. So Basil, he is going to attempt to pummel you at least once.
All right. Come on, you bastard.
I don't believe he has disadvantage this time.
Correct. He does not. He has disadvantage if he attacks somebody but me. If he is attacking me, he is fine.
In that case, the golem does indeed hit you, and I am going to ask you to roll me
22 AC?
26 to hit.
Damn. Okay, yeah.
I am going to ask you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Do I pass?
You do not.
I'm going to use Indomitable and
Okay.
re-roll it.
Nice.
Because I have that now, and I actually have a good chance at it. Woohoo!
Much better. Definitely a pass. Passing the Constitution saving throw, you take 11 bludgeoning damage, and no other effect happens from it.
Alright.
Following the clay golem's now rapid display, we go back to Saralia.
Soralia is going to take a few steps forward. And shoot at the golem.
Okay. 20 definitely hits.
Wonderful. And then she's going to tell Aspis to back out onto the steps on his turn.
Yes, mother.
Following you then is the flying Fluffy.
Yay! Fluffy is going to try and recharge her.
Yes, she's going to try.
I think she succeeded.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yes. Yes, she
If
will.
you-
And,
You could probably move her just enough to where she could get the golem, too.
well, if she does the fire breath at the golem, like if she were to move here and do that,
Mm-hmm.
she'd probably hit Aspis.
Okay.
And I'm thinking of just completely obliterating the cloaker so we don't have.
Yeah.
Okay, so multi-attack, bite, claws, fire. So, bite the cloaker.
Yeah.
4 hits for 7 piercing.
Claw the cloaker.
16 hits for 12 damage. It's looking very badly burned, or wounded rather.
And fire breath.
Set it on fire.
Yeah, there was the very badly burned.
Torch
bit.
it. Oh, jeez.
Gonna
It's
make a
very
dex
badly
save.
burned.
Hey, Sticks, there's dinner for you.
It
What?
got
Someone
a
say dinner?
5 on the dex.
It got a
save.
5. Uh-oh.
Yes. So the cloaker, being that it only had 17 hit points left, is now one fried creature just falling.
Well,
to
it wouldn't
the
have even
floor.
survived half, so.
I love you, Fluffy.
Yeah, Sticks, dinner is ready. The toasted cloaker.
Yeah, one moment. I'm still negotiating here.
Anything further from our dear fluffy friend who
Nope.
just made his first barbecue?
Fluffy is just great.
Excellent. In that case, Basil, you have a friend to the south of you.
I do have a friend to the south of me. I'm going to use my very last superior die. And make an attack with fainting attack to get advantage on it. So, time for a battle axe with advantage. Ooh,
12
Really?
does not hit.
Yikes.
okay.
Jeez.
Okay, well
2
then,
and a 1.
Yeah.
Try shouting, look at this poor bastard in slashing range. It might help.
All right, fine. I'll give it a shot. Look at this poor bastard in battle axe range. I wonder what happened to put this battle axe right through his body.
Didn't
Slightly better.
Nothing. See? Nothing.
14 does not hit.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me either. I'm just figuring out if it's a curse or what.
Oops. Did not mean to do that. Go to 0 now. Okay. That is Basil's turn.
Okay. Following
Basil likes where he is.
Following Basil, we have Aspis. At the beginning of Aspis' turn, I would ask for a con save, DC 14.
Get out of there, Aspis.
Con save.
You're too young to die.
Kinda not good at that, so.
No. So that would be just a meager 3d6.
Okay.
6 acid damage towards your walking guardian.
Alright, and as he was told, he is going to take a step back and get out of that acid.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah.
Ow. Mother, it hurts. Ow.
And then
Is this what pain feels like?
this is what pain feels like. Then he is going to punch the golem twice. No,
Miss. And
miss. He's in too much pain.
Holy crap, y'all suck.
It's
So
like
do
you-
you!
I'm
like you-
negotiating.
Fluffy is doing a marvelous job.
He's the only
And
one
so
doing a
is
marvelous
Rayo.
job.
And so it's Saral. It's only myself and Asp messed up. But that's okay because we're the frontliners, and all we have to do is hold the line.
That's it for Aspis. As long as he's not taking any more acid damage, we're good.
He is not.
And
Uh,
he'll regenerate.
That is also true.
Yeah, that's at the start of his turn, though. So, on the start of his next turn,
Right.
he regenerates that 6 damage.
Following Aspis is Styx's new quote-unquote friend, who is maintaining her role in the back. She's supervising. That's what she's doing. She's now supervising everything.
I don't trust her.
She's arguing with a fucking goblin in the middle of a fight. I love it.
This is important.
And
You
worst
can
part-
obviously see that she's a good treasure hunter at this point. Getting a solid cut is important at this point.
And worst part
Yeah.
is Styx is starting to fall for her because of it.
And she's a dwarf!
Which is better than an elf.
At
Those
least
are
you can
better
agree
than
on
you.
There's a lot of things
Rio,
wrong with me.
my friend, you've never felt more safe than you are right now. Flanked on one side by a giant chimera, on the other side a shield guardian, in front of you a walking armor or walking meat tank.
I
That smells surprisingly delicious.
As well as
Yeah.
being encircled by your own creatures. Like, this is like the safest place to be in this dungeon right now.
Well,
Like a little girl napping with 3 pit bulls.
how is this looking? The thing.
Pretty good now that it's taking a bath in acid.
While the bath of acid seems to be invigorating it, the onslaught of damage that these creatures are being able to deal against it is weakening it. It seems to have fallen into a brittle state, let's say, since it's a construct.
He did something weird with his AC, right?
Yes. He bellowed forth, and you noticed how he seems to be moving quicker all of a sudden, even as he's falling apart.
He hulked out.
I told it that.
He's gone berserk.
Toll of the Dead. Go ahead.
He makes
He
wisdom
gotta make a
saving
wisdom
throw.
save. Yeah.
Usually, when it comes to necrotic spells, they usually mention not affecting constructs, which I was wondering there for a second, but I guess that's a no here.
That's a no here.
Necrotic doesn't work on constructs?
Sometimes it
Well,
doesn't. It's a little
Sometimes
weird
it doesn't. Usually it states it in the spell if it works on constructs or not.
In earlier editions, didn't it actually heal like undead?
yes.
Yes, it did.
God, that
Ooh,
was
that-
dumb.
That was annoying.
That would be
I would've-
cool if you're playing a necromancer. Anyway.
Yeah, well, if you're playing a necromancer, yes. It's cool for you. It's not cool if you're trying to use it against an enemy that's an undead.
Yes, I
There's-
shall rejuvenate my zombie by making him rot faster.
There are certain spells, even now, still in D&D, that heal undead through necrotic
Yeah.
infusions. Also, supposedly, healing potions now work on undead as well, which is an
Work?
interesting concept.
Okay,
like
so they're black. They're necrotic potions of healing.
There you go.
Cool.
Okay, so back to the golem. He rolled a 1 on wisdom saving throw, and since he has a -1, that's a 0.
Well,
Crit,
then he
crit.
totally
I'm-
fails. That means it does 30 damage instead of 15, right?
If
I'm
only.
gonna be-
No.
Okay, so that is 15 necrotic damage. Anything further, Rio?
Nah, I'm gonna say the spells. Yeah, keep going. I feel safe
Oddly,
here.
oddly enough, I have a DM that does that. You crit fail, you take double the damage.
I'm not gonna lie,
Uh,
that's kind of a cool concept.
Yeah, I've
It
considered it before.
But that would make saving throws way too relaxed because you always do damage and you can crit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you crit fail, you take double the damage.
Well,
If you crit succeed, you take no damage.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
Crit succeed. Okay, that.
It'll make
balances out.
cantrips a little bit more scary at that point because they crit fail, then double damage. And if they pass or crit, then it's like, okay, you do no damage anyway.
Right, but you know, it still gives you a little something to dip into. Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. But yeah, that's my turn.
following you is Styx, who seems to still be in his furious debate.
That I am. So I'm going to meander behind this here pillar real quick. Still arguing about the pricing and the things I'm willing to do to keep that number lower on her end. I'm going to bonus action hide for all the good it does me. Basically, I'm just going to clam up for a strike moment. Oh my fucking
wow.
Christ.
Jeez, where'd the goblin go? I haven't
I
seen
don't
it.
know.
Stupid
Don't know where he
boys
went.
leaving us for death.
He's
course he
probably
is.
out looting the place, taking treasure, just doing goblin things like pissing on.
I'm going to pop out the other side and lob an arrow at advantage, I'm assuming, since this is kind of surprising as... That thing's way distracted, I would say.
Yes. As Styx disappears, Skella calls out, okay, so we decided on 12% and 88%. Now that he's gone,
Grim, what are you attacking with? What is that? A short bow?
Yeah, it's a short bow.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, where'd that arrow come from?
Holy crap!
I'm also gonna add
It
Fury.
almost went straight into my knee.
Yeah, shame I missed. I'm also adding Fury to the Small to that, so there's an extra 9 damage on top of it, so that's 28.
Is it magical?
Regretfully, no.
Regretfully, no.
That's why I have Stabby.
Basil saw his adventuring days flashing through his eyes and saw himself working as a guard in some town.
It
It
scared
was
me.
terrible. I was only allowed 2 or 3 different lines of dialogue, and only when non-NPC front me, and I had the exact same blank, unfeeling stare ever I went.
Wait a minute, didn't I play an NPC in a one-shot? I did. His name was...
You did with one of mine. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. Anyway, so... I guess that does 14 damage then?
Does sneak attack still apply if you can't actually hit with the weapon?
Yeah.
If you can't hit, what do you mean?
Well, let's say
He
what?
hit-
I hit him. I had advantage.
Well,
Did he hit him?
if you can't deal damage with the weapon itself.
What?
Oh,
Oh,
Wait.
it's immune to non-magical damage. I don't think you do.
Yeah,
Fuck!
then
Yeah, the sneak attack is part of the damage, so if
yeah,
it's immune,
so
it's
it
immune.
wouldn't do anything. Well, shit! I'm going to run up and stab a fucker now.
I mean, you could just continue arguing and leave it to the front line here. That seems to have...
Be
I mean,
failing?
that would be more.
They seem to be winning.
Look, I'm telling you, 73% is not bad.
it's wait, you went from 88 to 73. What the?
No. So he's saying 88% her way, but he's saying 73% our.
Yeah,
It's a bit of
88
bullshit.
our way, 12 hers.
Aye. Since we are saving her skin, that seems fair to me.
From a very dire situation that's only getting worse.
It's not
And
getting worse. We've got this handled.
Really?
She's not even
Because that thing's
helping.
immune to damage from anything that's not magical suddenly, and
I
that
got this
bothers
covered.
me.
We've
I
got,
got
a
this covered.
Thundermonger, we've got a Rio, we've got a fire-breathing kitty, and I've got a magical battle.
And we'll have a magical shield guardian soon.
Anyway, that's my turn. Now that I just
Aye.
watched that arrow plink off, it's like, well, fuck my life. God damn it, now I gotta go stab a fuck.
Which will work out, probably.
Probably.
Alright. Speaking of main damage source.
Oh, good.
Oh, wait, no.
That
it's
works.
the-
Yeah, him.
Awesome.
So I have to roll a couple of dice for him.
Yeah,
First
you do. You have to
is-
see who he's gonna hit. Because he's berserk.
Not quite, but I appreciate the attempt.
It's usually how it works. I don't know. I'm being a smartass, sorry.
Oh, he, a D6, he's, refreshing. He got a recharge off.
No. Okay. So, he is not berserk, no. But he is not recharged either.
He makes a wisdom save.
He
does.
does indeed.
Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
good roll.
Goddamn AoE.
Good roll. Good roll.
Nice.
He got an 18, finally. What is
Takes
your DC? Is probably above that.
No,
Yeah.
it's 16.
16?
He takes half damage though.
That's still good.
Yeah, 8.
I had to deal with 2 clerics with this last night. Jeez.
I love clerics.
And it's like 48 damage for both of them.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Literally just burned down the mob by standing there.
Yeah, pretty much. That was pretty much it.
So
Do you-
it's going to do 1, 2, and 3 slam attacks against Basil. I don't
Alright,
think he has
come on.
disadvantage.
22 AC. Wait, why disadvantage?
I said I don't believe he has disadvantage.
Oh,
No.
Nope.
You are correct in that
Okay.
assumption.
Only if he goes
I-
after somebody else.
Overjoyed to hear that because he
Actually,
crit on the
that's
first one.
not applicable anymore because that. So, goading strike only lasts for.
Failed. And you said your AC is 22,
Yes.
so only the first one hit.
Alright.
Thankfully, that was a crit. So
I
I need...
am immune to crits.
Oh, you're immune
Adamantine
to crit,
armor.
right? Adamantine.
Adamant. I keep forgetting this, but today I will not. I am immune to being critted.
Thank you for
Awesome.
remembering.
Woohoo.
Please give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, I will do that.
Sadly, you're not immune to whatever that is. But thankfully, you're also proficient in that saving throw.
You
Yeah.
pass again, and you take a measly 12 bludgeoning damage.
Hey. Minus 12. Enter.
Following that, as that is really all a golem is able to do in this situation, is just keep whamming away at the small thing of metal in front of it. Saralia, you are up.
Okay, so she is going to come up to Aspis. She's going to touch his hands and make them magical.
Ooh.
And then she's going to take a step backwards and she's going to shoot the golem.
That is awesome, and I...
Mother has gifted me with magic hands.
Now you about to catch these hands.
Now Aspis smash.
You know, that means
13
something
misses.
else where I come from.
Reminds me of our monk. He likes to smash walls in. Yes. 13 misses, I presume.
13 does miss.
Damn, that was some good thunder damage too.
It was.
But that is her turn.
Okay, following you up is Fluffy.
Okay, so Fluffy, because she's flying, I assume means she can move over to here without taking acid damage?
If she continues to fly, yes.
Okay, she is continuing to fly. And... Oh, wait. Do I want to put her there? Not really, no, because she can't do damage unless she breathes fire
Meow.
on that thing. So I guess I'll just put her right there so she can breathe fire on it and not hit anything. And that's really only if I get this go off. Nope. No fire for Fluffy.
No, but
Um,
got a claw, a bite, and a horn attack, so.
yeah, but they aren't magical. So, I mean, we can just pretend like she does that, but skip it, because she can't really do anything.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, we can move on to the next turn.
In that case, following up is Basil himself, who does have a magic weapon.
Aye, that I do. Time to use it. Woohoo!
There you go.
And
Nah, there you
woohoo!
25, 23, both hit for 17 total.
Aye.
Solid damage. As I said before, it is in a brittle state and it seems to be continuing to go further down. Even its surge of invigoration from the acid pool is not comping well with all the damage it's receiving.
Oh, right. That'll do for Basil. Aspis, give him what for?
Following Basil's amazing cleaves, Aspis, with his new magical fists, what would you like to do?
Well, punch the thing. That's what he's gonna do.
You're not my real father.
So, 22 to hit and 11 damage.
No.
Because it's +1 because of the magic.
Right. Gosh. Alright.
And then 8 damage for that one. And 26 to hit.
Hits. This thing seems to be reaching a critical state, but it is still standing.
And Aspis will regenerate his 6 points of damage.
Go Aspis.
4, so. Because he's got the regeneration thing. So, and that is all Aspis can do.
In that case, Skella will continue her supervisor role. Minor cheerleading coming from the back. He says, "You got it, guys. Keep at it. You're really working for that 12%."
Excuse me.
That's 88 for us, and
88%.
12 for you. You get 12.
No,
Yes!
finders keepers, that sort of thing.
No, see? Oh
We'll
no,
be
see, you
having a
needed
talk.
us. And if you don't, we're gonna have words. Because
Aye. Aye, that we are.
Guys,
And
I
so
got
is
this.
Fluffy.
Kill the thing.
Aye, that we are. It's just taking a bit.
Real.
I'm gonna tell the other thing has see. So again.
Wisdom.
Hey, this thing again. Ooh.
It got a 10, unfortunately, so it does take the 15, I think. Doesn't.
yes.
Yep,
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
that's it.
So, as the echoing of the bell rings out from this creature's head, you realize that its brittle state is more than simply just a phase. It begins to melt away into the pool of acid from which it is gathering its strength. The creature dissolves and begins what remains of this muddied creature, this pool in the sickly thing, begins to sink further towards the altar, as though that is where the drain for this area is at. That kills it.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Is there still acid in the center?
There is, for the moment, though, those of you nearby can tell that the effect seems to be lowering, as though it's draining away as well.
Okay.
Right. Great job, everyone.
This took longer than I expected.
Well,
Yeah.
aye, but we came through and did a great job. Now then, on
So
to
I was
negotiation.
Go
Are
over
we going to talk
here.
about the thing that my creatures attacked? Because
And
there was
then-
something here.
There
Yes.
was? What's going on now?
I don't know. I almost killed something.
Something?
Whatever it was, it
I'd
ran
say
away.
I
you had
heard
a hand
something.
in killing several. I'd
Anyway.
say,
Well,
don't tell
It was
Anyway.
something we couldn't see.
Anyway, back to my negotiation. So anyway,
Oh,
as I was saying earlier, I'll tell you what. You keep everything you got because you put yourself in mortal danger and it's really scary
No.
down here. Shut up,
No.
Basil.
Fuck off!
But,
No, you shut up, Fluffy.
Basil, I'm negotiating here. Shut up. But, You have to
Sticks,
go-
You shut up.
trust me, you'll like what I have to say.
Guys,
All
I'll
right,
be back
fine.
like in 5 minutes. I'm gonna grab my dinner, so I'll
Okay.
be back.
Uh-huh.
But,
Alright.
you have to meet me back on the surface for a date.
No,
No.
no,
Why not?
No.
you are not part of this negotiation anymore, Sticks. 88% our way.
Asmus is gonna go down to these doors and stand by them until the rest of the party joins up because he doesn't know what's back there and doesn't want anybody getting in there. Because
Basil, for God's sakes, this poor woman
Seems
probably came
important.
down here with other people that are probably now long and dead.
can I take a look at her, like a glance at her, and see what else she has on her?
Give me a perception check, yes.
I would
Okay.
also like to.
Sure.
Stop staring at her tits.
10, not much, obviously.
17.
That's
17.
pretty good.
Let me double check. So the 10 won't give you anything beyond what I've already described. The gem-studded cloak, the golden elven symbol strapped to her belt, that sort of thing. Basil, with your 17 check, as you're trying to give her a once-over, or trying to evaluate what she has on her, you can see that beyond the weapons she has at the ready, the warpick, the javelins, you can also notice that she has a spare dagger stashed into one of her boots. She seems to be prepared for most things to go wrong, apparently. She has a small pack on her back as well, most likely filled with rations or rope or something of the like. She definitely fits the bill for somebody that came here looking for treasure and value.
A dagger in her boot.
Oh, what does the dagger look like?
The dagger has, though you can't see all of it, you can see that there is a black pearl nestled in the pommel of it.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that's a pretty dagger.
for starters, I'll say the cape and the dagger, and
Yeah.
you can go.
Yep. That's it. You can keep everything else. Those are the only two things we want.
The gem-studded cloak and the dagger. After that, you...
Well...
Right.
What did you say she had originally besides the cloak and the dagger?
She has... Oh, sorry, grabbed the wrong thing. It's a gem-studded cloak fit for a king, and fastened to her belt in plain view is a small gold figurine of a female elf holding up the symbol of a sun.
I think the cloak's worth.
Yeah, that figurine though might come in handy later too. You know?
Well, but we do have to leave her with something, and if she has 3 things that we're interested in, dagger.
I can. Let's see. What do I have? I can give her. I have this. Well, I can trade her the figurine. I've got a. I'll show her this. Show her the onyx spider that I have. See if
Mhm.
she'd be interested in trading that for the elven figurine, and then the cloak with the spider web on it. If she'd want that for her cloak.
She mulls over what you guys are saying here, what demands you're bringing forth, as that seems to be the most apt word here. And she says, look, I really appreciate what you've done, and I'm willing to work out some sort of deal with you, but you can't just demand everything I have on me and expect me to walk away.
I'm
Well,
not demanding everything, just 8%.
And I'm just willing to trade for certain things that you have because some of them look interesting.
Look, I don't know how you found yourself down here, but this is an ancient dwarf hold.
We
Now-
killed our way down.
Mm-hmm.
Good,
Holy
then we
crap.
have something in common.
Well,
now, listen,
then-
please. I have fought and bled my way to get here, and I am intent on recovering both the history and the relics for this area. I don't want to leave empty-handed in any fashion of the way. I don't mind cutting a deal, but you need a historian walking around with you like this.
Wait a minute, I look at her and tilt my head. It's like, so why do you have an elven and a hobgoblin artifact on you?
Wait, hobgoblin? How do you know it's hobgoblin?
Isn't that the dagger the guy wanted?
Yeah,
How do
it's
you-
the dagger that she's...
How does he know about that? How does Styx know about that though?
I've been following
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys for a
thanks.
while.
Oh, that's true.
For God's sakes, what do you think I do? I'm fucking bored. Sometimes I follow you guys down here.
Listen, for starters, I know you stole that dagger. Goblin
Yeah.
King, he's our ally, and we're
And-
having it back one way
Yeah,
or another.
need to get that back to him. He might need it.
Now, if for the dagger and the cloak,
Honestly,
you
I
can leave.
don't give
And
a fuck.
if you want to trade for the thing with Soralia, that's your completely separate thing. But we're having the dagger and the gem studded cape.
I mean, to be fair, we don't really need the cape. It's a cape.
I need the cape.
But fucking what?
It's a good cape. Look at it.
You
It's
can buy a
gem-studded.
cape.
It's amazing.
I'd rather have the figurine because that looks like that might go to something down. You know? I mean, we've run into all these
All right,
weird
fine.
gates. This might be a key to the gates.
All right, fine. Then
we
the
haven't come
dagger
across
and the figurine, and you can go.
Also,
How's
a
that
date
sound?
with me.
No,
Yes.
Well,
that's
if she
not
wants
on
to.
the table. Well,
I mean, if she wants to.
She's a shrewd negotiator. She has my attention. She literally was negotiating during combat. I don't get many people like that in my life.
I suppose that's true.
I don't know what history is down here, but you can have whatever history you find, too. I mean,
There's a bunch of spots in museum. We found a tuba mouthpiece. We found this glowy thing in the shape of a beholder not far away. We could
Okay.
show you.
yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
want the dagger and the symbol.
The dagger
figurine.
that you stole, that you're lucky we don't drag your ass back to the Hobgoblin King, and let him decide your fate.
I thought your guy stole the freaking dagger.
Aye, but she has it, and I'm guessing she is a bit of Dragari. Now, don't ya?
That's fucking racist.
But is it true?
I doubt it.
She has a tongue. She can speak for herself.
Sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts here.
That's okay. We threw a lot at you.
Yeah. Okay. She says, "Look, I'm not here to face some sort of inquisition or whatever. We're both down here for treasure. I don't understand what this... I appreciate what you've done for me, truly. If you want to do a trade, fine. You've done me a favor. You can have the dagger. Whatever. I don't intend to just leave on your word, though. We can split up and go separate ways. You go that way," and she gestures off to where you came from, basically. She's just picking a direction. "And I'll go this way. We can look separately, and then we'll both leave on our own."
And the figurine.
Oh, we're trading for the figurine.
And the figurine. Oh, are we trading for the figurine? Then the dagger and the cape.
But we dropped the cape. The figurine and the dagger.
We dropped the cape for the figurine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're getting the figurine and the dagger. We
Yes.
Trade for the cape.
I'm sorry, my dragonborn friend here is a little dumb.
No, I'm not. My goblin friend here is a little asshole.
Well, one of these things is right.
She mulls over the situation for a moment more before relenting and pulling out the dagger and the figurine and tossing them, not in somebody's hand, but just towards the floor.
Okay.
She doesn't intend to stay close to anybody at this point, and she's going to, if unimpeded, going to back away and begin moving towards the western hallway. So, as I said before, thank you for your help here, but so long.
All right then.
All right. Sorali will pick up the dagger and hang
Golden
on to it.
figurine.
and then put the figurine in her bag.
Oh, you're gonna write that?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Let you-
Just for shits and giggles, and because I'm pretty sure Styx would have pocketed it at some point, I'm gonna toss it the Hermitite pendant set with a blue-eyed agate.
The what? No, that's still in the.
Yeah, that's in the haversack.
Is it?
Yeah, that's in the Hodney Haversack. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I need to slide a hand you fuckers more often.
Any other mementos you want to try giving out, Styx? I don't know what you have in your inventory in particular.
Jack all. Because,
Nope.
yeah.
I have
Everyone
most
is
of
insistent
the
we
treasure.
throw it in the haversack. I
Yeah.
can't imagine why.
Soralia's got her own bag of holding that she's pocketing these things in.
Yeah, I've got a ton of shit in the Haversack at this point.
As she leaves the room, though, I'm going to call out to her. Be sure to call me in the surface, hot stuff!
Unresponsive to Styx's onward egging, she, as I said before, moves on to the western door and begins leaving, if not stopped.
No. Soralia's gonna head down to where Aspis is at to check out these doors.
Goddamn, what a frigid fucking bitch. I think I'm in love.
Aye. What?
You're weird.
Aye.
What? You are allowed to have your weird-ass fetishes? I can't have mine? The fuck?
I do not have any weird ass fetishes.
So what?
Unless you count having penance, rather handsome young gentleman, weird fetish.
I literally just look at you and then look at the Chimera.
No.
Alrighty.
I'm talking about Rio.
So,
And hags.
right.
Ah.
You'll never live it down. So what does this door look like?
This door, as everybody moves to the south there. Sorry, I scrolled. Find something else. Nope, that's not right. So these matte black doors, at the back of the dais, which you now currently stand free of acid, stands a set of double doors made of carved black basalt, flanked by 2 glowing quartz pillars. Above the doors is a bas-relief carving of a mountain of a gem at its heart.
That's familiar. We came across something like that before.
We did?
Yeah. Back in that other room where we found the saxophone or the tuba piece. There's a symbol that was similar to that we picked up. And she rummages through her bag to find it. If I recall, it's for one of the dwarvish gods. Because it was in that room with all those dwarvish god statues.
I don't really remember. I don't think I peed on it, though.
No, because Morden was there and there were a few others, and I think there's one that had this symbol too. If I recall correctly.
You do, and you did make a religion check back there.
Yeah.
This
Dumathorn, I believe.
Yes, you are correct. Dumathorn.
And she pulls out a symbol that's kind of similar to it and puts it up to the door.
Basil will hand her the holy symbol of Dumathoin Blue-Eyed Agate.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Exactly what we picked up.
And we just collect a lot of crap.
Yes, we do. You never know when it comes in handy.
And it's gonna sell really well.
So she kind of puts this holy symbol up against the door, and against the other symbol of Dumathoin on the door.
Okay. So, doing so, there's not an immediate reaction from the presence of one holy symbol connected to the other. What you do know, however, or what you do realize pressed up as close as you are to this thing, is that this door, black as it is, it nearly absorbs light. As though it's not quite a magical quality, but the darkness to it hides something that you realize now is Dwarvish script written onto the doors.
Ooh, what does it say? I do read Dwarvish.
It reads, "It is the will of the Keeper of Secrets under the mountain that only the hand of the king may open these doors. Let all who enter gaze upon the heart of Melabald and know the true power of dwarven kind." And I will copy and paste that just so there is no issue with me mispronouncing something or whatever.
I have an idea.
What would that be?
Well, first we need to find a dwarven king and remove his hand.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say it was a good idea.
Oh, Saralia, are you by chance related to Roy?
I'm a gnome.
Well, but you are a dwarvish and...
That's a gnome.
She's a dweeb, but
I'm a dweeb.
Dweeb.
but do you know who the Dwarven King is? Or the Dwarven King that thing is referring to?
Let me roll some history and see what I can figure out, shall we? History, I know all.
25, fantastic. 25. With a 25, you know that Melabold is the name of the ancient dwarven realm beneath Mount Waterdeep, whose under halls were the foundation of Under Mountain itself, and you most likely currently walk through. With a 25, you do know that the keep down here did have a king, who you recently went through the mausoleum of, or the museum of, and you do know that dwarves and their locks, magical or otherwise, are quite picky, especially if they are divinely given, as this one may or may not be, given that it's invoking the Keeper of Secrets, Dumathorn. There likely is, if there is a solution to this, it's most likely in the ritual itself. You need the hand of a king to open these doors, most likely a dwarven king of some sort. Maybe with you probably be able to estimate that even a dead one would work.
I guess we need to go find a dead king somewhere of dwarvish descent.
Did someone say
Yes.
grave robbing? That's my third favorite pastime.
Yeah. My guess is our friend who left us is looking for the same thing, maybe. Who knows?
So what, we should follow her? Stalking!
Maybe.
My fifth favorite pastime!
I mean, sure, go for it.
Wait, y'all being serious? You want me to actually go stalk the dwarf with a hot ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, big guy. Who knows? You might get lucky.
I feel like this is a trap.
It's
not.
not.
It
We need-
legitimately is.
What?
You all are
We need-
encouraging me. That's weird. That's really fucking weird.
We need to find this dead king. We don't know where his tomb is here. It's here somewhere.
And she might know where it is. So if
Exactly.
you follow her, she might lead to it. Especially,
Okay,
tell you
that
what. While
encounter.
you go do that, we'll take a short rest here because I could use it. And you go do it and be your sneaky.
I mean, you can be invisible. You've already shown that you can cast invisibility, so.
I can do a lot of things. I'm so weirded out by your weird encouragement. I'm not used to encouragement. It's alien to me. It's fucking weird. It makes me feel weird.
Well, the only way you can not feel weird from encouraging you, go and do it. Then you'll be away from it. And we will encourage you. Now get to it.
I don't want to now.
Oh my God. Why not? Why
Because
are
we're
you like
encouraging
this?
him, that's why. Because we're asking him to do something that he likes to do that.
Okay, look, I'll tell you what. You've got two options here. Go stalk the lady, or you can have a bath. I've got some hot water, or some water that I can make hot, and I've got a bar of soap. For the love of God, I'm not gonna be stinking up the place. There.
I love how he just quickly peeled out of
there. Yep. Yep. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
What?
I am going to ask everybody to rejoin the initiative counter.
What?
Oh,
But I
wonderful!
haven't had a short rest yet.
Yeah, you literally just
No,
hear
that's a
Stick
shame.
go, yeah, nope, nope, not having any of that, nope, nope. I literally just
how
start
much-
saying nope as I walk away. And
how
then I
much
see
time
that
have we-
thing.
How much time have
Nope!
we been just talking shit in this?
I
Wait,
would.
seen what thing?
You'll see in a second. I would say it's been about 5 minutes or so. There was a small argument with Skella before she stormed
right.
off and you guys separated. So less than 10. I think your thing goes for 10, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you're
Magic
nearing
weapon
the end
goes
of it.
Hour.
Magic weapon less for an hour.
We got in for saving her life from the evil cloak and for killing the stone, she owed us, and we received a golden figurine and the dagger for which we had a no
Wait,
achieving.
don't get it confused. You charged her for saving her life,
Yes,
a dagger and a symbol.
Sounds more
Yes.
like it.
yes,
Basil's
That was
pouring
the
really
price
hard for that
of-
cloak, though.
that is what she felt.
Basil
I
really
wasn't
wanted the cloak, but
I
yeah,
I thought it was a cape.
it is a
Cloak,
cape.
cape.
Cape. Yeah, exactly.
I
Same
know.
difference.
Not the same.
It was studded with gems and had a bright like sun thing on the.
I don't blame you. I want that shit
tantalizing
now.
and lovely.
Let's go
No,
kill her and take
no.
a shit.
Yeah, exactly. That was my.
Oh, boy,
Goodness.
murder! That's my second favorite pastime!
What is your first? I have to know.
Facing
Uh,
novels.
Sticks, my
Look,
dear friend.
she may be a thief, but I'm not sure she does be marked.
As these friends back here are considering the options of how to open the door or how to find things or everything else as they're considering taking their short rest,
What the
you
fuck is
have
that?
begun to meander forward, and you hear a small set of footsteps,
Aye.
which are quickly overwhelmed by the thudding that's happening, coming from the door that you're heading towards. And as you near it, as you get to where you are, bursting from that area is a creature unfamiliar to you. It is insectoid, you're almost entirely sure, but it looks quite like this.
That's an Umber Hulk.
Yeah, that is an Umber Hulk.
Yep,
I've
that,
heard that name before, but I have no idea why.
I know
Probably
exactly
some
what
They're
that is.
ugly.
I am
Yeah,
frightened.
they're- They
Ew, that's
are-
nasty.
They were scary as hell in 3.5.
That's close to spider to me.
They are like spiders, except they're
Now,
upright.
Sticks. You, being spry as you are, even as this thing is beginning to step towards you, you have an option here. What would you like to do?
Well, thanks for asking, Halak. First, I would like to soil myself. And then,
How can you soil all that which is already soiled?
all you see is Sticks running back. Actually, I have 2 dashes, so I'm running behind the fucking cat.
Meow.
Meow.
Nope, 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 fuck that, shit.
What?
So you do want the bath then?
Frankly, kind of, compared to what's down there.
Basil, why you want to bathe Fix? Is this
'Cause
he's
one of your
stank.
fetishes?
Anything
I
else?
was threatening him so that he'd go stop.
I literally used my movement twice over. Yeah, I'm done.
Lemieux.
La meow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Is Fluffy French?
yeah, fluffy.
Oh, what the? Ooh, nasty. No.
Yeah.
Charging towards you from the northern area up the steps is this large insectoid creature that I just shared an image of you with, an Umber Hulk indeed, barreling down towards you as though chasing the fleeing Sticks.
He wants goblin for dinner.
How about no?
Alright, well, I'm all out of resources, but what the hell? Do this shit. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
10, 20.
That's 30 feet, and I'll throw a hand at it.
Great. Before you throw,
Oops. Sorry.
no
I
worries
already
at all.
clicked.
No worries at all. I am going to ask you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I have no way of re-rolling that either.
Okay, so stopping there, you are suffering from something you quite remember the effect of, confusion.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
No.
I need you to roll me a D8, please.
Oh, God. Don't try to charm it. Don't
4.
seduce it.
You do nothing.
Oh,
Wait,
right.
Basil is really hurt. I didn't. Oh, shit.
Yep.
Damn.
It's the hags all over again, man.
Basil, whatever you do not try to sleep with that thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, but let me tell you, you brain bastard. I know you're an unappreciated wretch, but I appreciate bring to this part. Right? I just let me talk. You're appreciated. Right? You are.
I think he's drunk again.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Hey, he's drunk.
No, I've seen
Again?
drunk. That's not drunk.
I'm
Dazed
fine.
and
I'm
confused.
just gonna find this enemy and slash him with my axe.
I'm going to use my spiritual weapon on that thing. So it's gonna be a hack holding a broom and hitting it like, nope, bad.
How far away can you summon spiritual weapon?
So
Actually, it's 30 feet from you. Never mind. I am a fool. I thought it was much larger than that.
nice. Yeah, it's a hack holding a broom, squishing a bug. Like, bad bug, bad, evil.
Unfortunately, I'm going to only be able to draw the broom, so you're gonna have
Yeah,
to
that broom is
forgive me.
fine. I'm gonna. I'll look later for a token when I make my spiritual weapon.
Okay, 18 does hit for 12 force damage.
And then I Eldritch Blast.
Mimic check.
14 and 10. Fuck.
Yeah,
14 does not hit.
neither does that 10.
It's the hack. Fuck. It's distracting.
Anything else?
Nope. I'm
Cool.
good.
Fluffy.
And then Fluffy.
Alright, so Fluffy is gonna fly in an upward direction. Let's see. About 20 feet in the air. Let's see. Damn. Shit. I don't know. Well, Fluffy sees something we're attacking, so she'd go after it. That she would. So Fluffy is gonna fly over and be, I guess, about... Yeah. Let's see. What is the cone on? Is 15?
Yes, it's
15
15 feet.
Alright, so yeah. He's gonna go over to here and do her scratch, bite, and flame breath combo.
I guess the next question is, does Fluffy need to make a save?
Let's see. Oops, that's nothing. That would be a yes.
Ooh, damn. Okay. Shit. I was hoping that because Basil was bad, that maybe he had mentioned it. But I
Nope.
guess not. Alright, here we go. Fluffy. Straight up.
Oh,
Nope.
5. Please roll me a d8.
Alright.
8. With an 8. With an 8, the creature makes one melee attack against a random creature. Guess who's within range?
The bug.
That is correct.
Can it be a fire breath?
Is that a
it
melee?
does
attack?
say melee.
It's not a melee.
It
Not-
is. Yeah, sorry, not a melee. It's only going
Okay.
for simplistic actions.
Alright, well, these two are exactly the same. So what do you say, guys? Claw or bite?
I cannot see the stats, so I have no idea.
I mean, it wants to eat us,
They're the
probably,
exact
so...
same. They're the exact same.
Claw it. I wouldn't buy
Claw.
that thing.
Okay, claw time.
Me no.
Ugh.
9 would not hit. No.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Well, this is a
Any-
problem.
Yeah, apparently getting close to this thing confuses you, which is holy crap.
Yeah, Umberhawks are nasty.
Then following Fluffy would be Saralia.
Okay, she's gonna move over here. And she's going to shoot it, because why not? And probably miss.
That would
Damn.
be a miss, yes.
She's going to reload her gun now. And that is all she can do.
Following you then is Aspen.
How the hell is it confusing?
Can shield guardians become confused?
That's a good question.
Most likely no, but I do think I have my decision made. If you want to run forward and find out, by all means.
Why not? It's what he'd do. We'll see how far he can get.
Just try not to land him next to him.
He can only go 30 feet anyway, so he can only get up to about here.
He can dash.
I guess the real question is Aspis considered a construct, and how's the wording on this effect?
Yeah.
He is a construct.
He might be fine. Again, depending on the wording.
Yeah, I mean, is it like spores that it's released?
Alright, so
That
yeah,
is
well,
a good question.
I hazard
Dash
a
to-
guess, whatever it is, because Rio's not getting hit by it, but Basil did.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
it's
an
within
aura.
30 feet. Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius aura of sorts.
Jesus Christ.
So that would put him like diagonal of him, right there.
Okay. Aspis, my ruling may be subject to other people's consideration, but I don't believe Aspis is one that needs to make the save.
Okay.
So does the effect
Ye-
actually does state a creature?
It does state a creature, yes.
Okay, I would say that's cool. I would say that's a fair ruling.
Yeah. Alright, he dashed, so that was his action. He can't really do it then.
Following that then is Dix.
Well, shit. Really happy I noticed that thing before I got any closer to it. Excuse me, pardon me. I'm gonna hide back here because I'm a small thing. I'm a small boy. I'm gonna literally.
You're the same size as me, so hush.
Actually, I'm a little taller.
Yeah, not by much.
Bonus action stealth. Pop up behind Soralia. It's like it's okay. I think I might not have this. Go, Pokey!
You never do.
That's assuming it didn't catch that. I just dipped behind this fucking pillar.
Assuming it didn't, correct. But 17 would not hit.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, duh. Fuck.
Yeah, another thing I remember about Umber Hulks in my few encounters with them. Their AC is
They
a little scary.
Our AC is scary. They have like a 20 AC, I think. Medley knowledged.
Don't think it's that high. I know it's up there though. So that's my turn, and I'm going to cry in a corner now because all my meat shields are running into death.
In that case, we have the amazing Umber Hulk going.
I can't believe its turn was right after me. It literally chased me back to you guys. That's great.
Yes, it did.
Great thematics. It is going to be attacking, since its intelligence is not that high, it's going to be attacking Aspis, who is the closest humanoid that it can see. It gets 3 attacks. 2 with claws.
No,
And 1 with mandibles.
that one. That hits.
Weird question. Y'all ever hear a tarantula scream?
Yes.
Well, I
They
figured you
hiss.
did. Yeah.
I had a what they called the T a while back, and I'm never gonna have another one again. And boy, oh boy, did it like to hit. They hiss, or at least some of them do.
It just didn't like you.
Yeah, OBTs don't like anything. They don't like anyone or anything. That's why people call them orange bitey.
Fair.
Basil,
Right?
so we'd be moving back to you.
Okay.
So, now that we've moved back to you, the first person to be affected by its effect,
So
I'll add-
I'm confused, right?
No.
What?
Let me add in something special there. The effect only lasts until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
You, now regaining your senses, can dimly recall in the back of your mind how you were just a second ago charging forward and you had seen this creature laid out before you. Its eyes stared into you, and you seemed to be lost. You suddenly came forward a few seconds, dimly aware that its eyes are something you should not look for.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna look at this thing's feet as I run toward it.
yes, at the start of your turn, you can choose to avoid the eyes. However, doing so means the creature does get it becomes somewhat of an unseen attacker against you.
Okay, that's fine. So long as I know where it is, seeing its legs,
Yes.
then I can still attack it, even if it is with disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll attack it with disadvantage. And by looking at its legs.
Mhm.
Fuck making charisma saves. I am not good at it. Okay, so disadvantage and battle axe 1. And battle axe 2. Ooh,
23, damn.
nice.
7 slashing damage home. I think that is the first. No, that's not the first bit of damage. Somebody else hit it before.
No, that's the.
That's the first
No,
one that hit
that's.
it. I think.
Yeah, unless Fluffy hit it.
I don't think Fluffy did.
I hate it.
Oh, yeah, he hit it
Rio
with
hit
the.
it, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
so
yeah,
18.
so Basil runs forward and is able to slide into, or without looking towards the thing's creature's upper torso anymore, avoiding the eyes entirely. Your battle axe slides into segmented pieces of its armor as it squeals out in pain. Did you have anything further, Basil?
He's only going to say a quick word of, "Don't look into its eyes, that's how it used."
Following that, then, Rio, you have just been warned about the eyes. What would you like to do?
That thing about the eyes, do I have to dictate that at the start of my turn?
Yes.
Fine, I'll look these horrible feet and just walk. Just there.
Okay.
Action, I told the dead that thing. With
Saving
That.
throw. Wisdom.
Ah,
Would you believe it doesn't have a great wisdom?
I would believe it doesn't have a great wisdom.
So
Oh.
12 necrotic damage.
and bonus action, I swing my spiritual weapon with disadvantage because I'm looking at their feet.
I'm looking at the feet.
Actually, the spiritual weapon doesn't get swung with advantage because it goes by itself.
Does
Oh.
it?
Yes, it's its own entity.
Oh,
You're
Yeah,
not
but-
swinging it. It's its own entity.
I'm pretty sure I have to swing it.
No.
I-
You use
You,
your.
you can make a melee spell attack against a creature, blah 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 blah.
But you've already summoned it, so it's gonna hit by itself.
I think this requires Hylock to make a check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see that it's a bonus action to turn on your turn just to command it, because you yourself are not wielding it. It is a weird, finicky thing. I don't want to spend time looking online, so I would be happy to say that you don't have to make that with disadvantage.
that's a 20
cool.
then. That's a crit.
So that's a natural 20.
Woohoo!
So add an extra die there, a d8.
That would be 2d8. Oh, wait, a d8, sorry.
Yeah.
1d8. 4. That's fine.
Yeah, so 11 damage. Oops.
That's it. I'm good.
Okay. Following that is Fluffy, who I believe is. Do you?
Fluffy doesn't like coming at this thing from front, so Fluffy is going to flank it and attack it from behind where its face is not. Because as a predatory creature of ambush, she knows that coming at things from behind better.
Well, 2 out of 3 heads know that. The third one kind of is the prey.
Yeah.
You know
Wait,
what?
is that sound logic, Hyla?
That to me that entirely sounds like sound logic, so I'm cool with it.
Okay, so she doesn't want to flame her friend, so she's just going to bite horns and things. Guessing no.
Nope.
No.
Okay, horns. Come on, horns. There we go.
Yes.
Huh? Yes?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. And claws.
This creature is bloodied at this point, and 23 hits for 8 damage.
Nice. Go, Fluffy.
Anything else?
No, that'll do. That'll do.
Following that, then, is Saralia.
Okay, because I'm not close enough, do I have to close my eyes to shoot it?
No.
Okay. So then we're just going to shoot it.
Aim for the eyes. All 30
Yeah,
of
aim
them.
for the...
Jesus. So, that's 26.
Yes.
Okay. So the thunderous blast radiates forward, crushing one or two of its eyes, of its multiple eyes, of course, and crushing one of its arms. The creature is not quite dead, but it's definitely at death's door,
Woohoo.
leaving it to Aspis, I believe.
Yep. Alright, so...
Go, Aspis. Is
Going
he
to-
still under the effect of magic?
Yes.
Nice.
It lasts for an hour.
Oh,
So 2 fist attacks. That one will miss no matter what. That's a crit.
Aspis
That's a 28, so that's 20. It's a +1 to attack damages, so it's a 12 and a 6.
nice.
So 18 damage.
Could you
Nice.
believe that killed?
Just punches its face and
Yes, Aspis's fist advances forward, cutting through what remains of the face as the creature just falls dead, decapitated onto the floor. One dead
Vassal.
Umber Hulk.
Vassal will fist bump Aspis.
Am
And
I-
blow it up on the tree.
he don't quite understand that. It might hurt. He might hit you.
Ah, that's true.
No, he just motions to cast Fireball back.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
We're going to have him cast Fireball one of these days. He will eventually do
He
it.
will absolutely do it.
Well,
Alright,
it's his dream.
That's fucking done with.
Well, that was fucking fun. So, revisiting back our previous conversation, that's why I don't trust all of you when you encourage me. Cause that
But I
happened.
didn't know it was there.
It had nothing to do with that, and you could have been invisible.
True.
I know you're capable of it.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
sorry. That thing blocked the entire doorway. I'm trying to figure out how the dwarf got past it.
You go between
True.
legs all the time, and that thing's archway between its
Yeah,
legs are much bigger than any of ours.
How did the dwarf get past it?
Unless the dwarf sent it.
That's a possibility.
That
still
is
need to go-
bitch.
We're going after her.
Aye, we're going after her.
Right now. Oh, I'll take that as a yes. I guess we're going right now. Okay.
Yeah. Soralia jumps up on Aspis. And...
Alright, let's see. Unless we want to take a short rest first. I don't know. How's everybody for spells?
I'm
What
good.
happened to all that
fine.
anger?
Yeah, that's true.
I grabbed Basil
We've
by the
decided on
belt.
this thing.
We're gonna confront her unless she can actually hurt us.
Unless
Yeah,
she
that's
can
true.
actually
That's true.
hurt.
Unless she hits
That's true.
hard.
That's true. That's true. Okay, we're doing this.
Let's go through the store here.
There it
Yes,
is.
so the only open doorway in this small area, as far as you can see, lands you into what may have once been a dwarven den. There are stone couches and tray holders occupying the northeast and southwest corners. Lying near one of the floors, occupied by cushions right now, is Skella, who seems to be reaching underneath one of the couches, trying to retrieve something unseen by you.
Has she noticed me yet?
It doesn't appear like it.
You know what? Just for
Okay.
shits, because I can see her. Hold up. I have an idea. I haven't used a spell slot yet, so I might as well blow it on this. Let's go ahead and do some shenanigans, since I probably saw all of that.
Oh, yeah,
time this-
probably.
Trying to time this perfectly to where when Basil... Ooh, perfect. Yeah, slipping in unseen, quiet as a mouse while Basil distracts her, because I want to know what she's reaching for.
Okay, well, this is what I was gonna do.
It's okay, you don't know I'm here.
Oops, not on disadvantage.
Really?
What?
Are you
What?
serious right now?
We were going after her, right?
No!
She sent the Ember Hulk, right?
No!
There is a
No?
somebody tossed that out as a possibility, but there was no proof to it.
Oh, shit.
Just
Okay.
found her
Okay,
looking
never mind.
for
I thought you were the good character. What is this
Okay,
shit?
yes. I'm sorry. I thought we confirmed that there was something about the Ember Hulk that made us realize that she sent it.
Well, no, we
That
just
was
didn't know
not-
why it. Yeah, the
Okay,
thing
my
was
bad.
that we don't know why it didn't attack her.
Okay, I'd like to retcon this because I was missing. Hylock.
You
And I
misinformed
don't think-
yourself.
Yeah, I did. I misinformed Vassal. I'd like to instead tap her on the shoulder. If
Okay.
that's all right.
Yes, that is okay. No worries. I understand
Okay,
there was a
thank
small
you.
bit of misinformation, and
My bad. My
No
fault
worries.
completely. All right, so I'll tap her on the shoulder. Oi, what's with sending the giant beetle after her?
A giant beetle.
Well, that's
Uh,
what it is.
so there's a small moment of surprise where you see Skella hit the top of her head against the bottom of the couch that she's on. Considering the couch is stone, that is certainly an ouch for later.
Oh, that's a goose egg.
Cursing up a dwarvish storm, she rubs her head as she retrieves from out from under the couch what appears to be an iron key that she was apparently trying to reach for a bit
Yeah.
before stashing it in her pocket. And it says,
Yes.
What is this? You all were supposed to go that way, remember?
Aye,
That
and
way.
we were going to go that way, but a giant beetle suddenly ransacked into the room straight after you came out of it. How'd you miss that, huh? Or is that one of your little pets that you sicked on us, hoping it would off us so you could take your ill-gotten gains back?
Slightly confused with the small spilling of information given to her, she says, I don't command any dire beetles. I have none
Dire
in my
beetles.
employ. And though I do want your ill-gotten gains back to me, I don't intend to send dire beetles after you for them.
I'm going to insight that.
I want to pick her pocket, but I can't find my sleight of hand check on this frickin' sheet.
Anybody else want to insight to see if we...
Insight her? Sure.
I'm
We can
literally not
insight her.
finding sleight of hand on here. What the fuck? Is it not
It's
here?
like,
About? It's
It's
right under
right up-
religion.
yeah, it's
That's-
under religion above stealth.
I'm not seeing that.
Did you delete it by accident?
Oh,
I
No, my insight's not much better today.
don't think I did.
So roll a d20 plus whatever it would be, you know? Like,
Right,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to do this old-fashioned.
proficiency in Dex, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
unless
Dex.
proficiency in
there's
Dex.
expertise in it.
No, I didn't expertise
Unless
in
you-
that. My expertise is taken up.
Okay.
I know I'm proficient.
so like a plus 9, I'm guessing.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like
Now,
that.
here's a question. Because I'm invisible, do I have advantage on it?
I believe so.
Okay. So, let me roll those two d20 real quick. Never mind, I got it. I got the key.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not even gonna look at it.
Okay, you have an iron key that you have slipped out of her pocket and into yours.
Good job. Good job.
How do you have a plus 10?
Plus 10.
Oh, never
Plus
mind.
20?
Yeah, 10. That's the other.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
never
always
it's
mind.
just
20
the two dice.
advantage.
I'm
gonna go ahead and add. God damn it! That is not what I meant to click on. I want to click on the pencil. I got apparently add sleight of hand back on this for some reason because mine's gone.
yeah.
So the 14 and 11 insight, she seems to be honest and truthful for you. She seems to be genuinely confused, a bit frustrated and annoyed, especially with her recent injury. that she's obviously blaming Basil for. And yeah, you seem to have run across a bit of bad luck as far as you're able to determine currently, and you're blaming this lady that you charged to be rescued.
Mm,
We offered our services at a price. That is what happened.
That
And
we
then
call
she
it.
tried to bogart us of our just reward. That is how Basselbog is.
Fair. Perspectives
Alright.
matter.
Yeah, perspectives do matter. Okay, so Bassel will say, "Well, how did you not see it coming down the hallway? It came out literally seconds after down the hallway."
Hey, is that the right sticks?
She gestures towards the couch that she was just under, says, I suppose the same way I didn't see you? And I think the more pressing question is how it didn't see me, and I guess I should count my lucky gods that it didn't. I don't have it in me to fight a giant beetle.
I suppose. Alright, fine, I suppose that was. Unless anybody else says something else.
I'm good.
I already stole the key off the bitch. I'm good.
Did Soraya have anything to say?
She says that she will be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will also be right back in this restroom.
Okay, yeah, let's make this a $5 if anybody
Okay.
needs a drink or a bathroom or whatever.
Yeah, I do have
Sweet.
something to add when we come back because I got a little bit of dialogue for this girl. But
Gotcha.
we
I
can do that
don't
when we get back.
suppose you could pickpocket the cake.
No.
Damn.
Like, see, the key was easy because she had already dropped it once, and I can suspect she's going to think she dropped it again. But yeah, a cape she's wearing.
Right, yeah. That's a bit much.
that's a bit much, yeah.
Like,
Alright.
even with invisibility, I would still be okay rolling that at disadvantage.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll be right back then.
Okay, yeah. Gwen, you are back just in time for a quick 5-minute break for food and such.
Wonderful.
Right?
Yeah, so I will be back as well.
Alright, guys, quick little break here. Do enjoy the music while I actually go snag myself something to nom on because, much like Sticks, I'm actually kind of hungry at the moment. So, I will be right back. Alright, well, I'm back to see if anyone else is. Fun fact! Out of all the rogues I played, that's the first time I actually pickpocketed somebody.
Nice.
Rogues can be built a lot of different ways, which I really enjoy. Like, expertise is a fantastic thing.
Oh god, yeah.
And I've played with a rogue before that he would fight people, but his bonus action was always to pickpocket. Like, even in the middle of a fight, he would be trying to frisk the enemy while he was stabbing them.
That's great. I love it.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
If you're fighting someone that has like a gunslinger, that would be amazing. You pickpocket the ammo, he's fucked.
It's not a bad thought.
Oh, that's such an ass thing to do, too.
So, I think we have everyone back with us then.
Sorta, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm kinda here. Kinda not here.
Fair.
Are you kind of here? Are
Smart.
you dying?
Yes!
Don't die.
I have the virus, I can't help it.
Oh god.
No? Oh no.
Kidding.
Oh,
I know that's
God.
nothing to joke about, but
Jesus Christ. You
And
made me.
yet,
You
YouTube
just
hasn't
scared the
demonetized.
living shit out of me.
It's nothing
Like,
to joke
oh my
about.
god, no, I only just met you. Please don't die on me.
No, I'm not going anywhere yet.
Nothing to joke about, yet YouTube has yet to demonetize me for all the jokes I've made about it.
I mean, I okay.
But you haven't been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends yet, so
Oh god.
maybe that's what's holding you back.
All
When
right,
you
so-
give your L a potion of dragon breath, or of fire breath for that matter,
What now?
I said when you give an owl. I found an image of an owl breathing fire.
Ah,
An owl breathing fire.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always give that. I think it's
There you go.
give it to your familiar.
Yeah, it's a potion of fire breath or fire breathing there.
Wait, I can
Owl
do that.
Yes, you can.
I can also do that. And
I
so
did
can
that with the
Fluffy.
rabbit, the kamikaze rabbit.
The kamikaze rabbit, yep.
That
dragon's
was a
breath.
great moment.
All right.
Fluffy's fire is so much.
We have everyone back. I believe where we last left off, though I don't think anybody really needs a reminder. Grim, you said you wanted to say something in particular to your new lady friend.
Yeah, but I'm honestly, you know what? I'm gonna go through with it because it's something cheeky Sticks would do. So I'm gonna quietly clamber up on the couch while she's still facing everybody, drop invisibility. It's like, so by the way, Sugar Tits, you wouldn't happen to know where there's a crypt down here somewhere, would you?
The small, I don't want to say shriek. She's a lot more composed than shriek. But the small jump of surprise is obviously not faked in any way, as she whips around to see the annoyance that is Styx the Goblin.
Just sprawled out on top of the couch she was just checking under. Like, in one of those beautiful art poses, too.
Oh my god, is he in the draw me like one of the French girls?
Yes,
Draw me like
I
a
am. Draw me like one of your French goblins, baby.
Oh.
Styx, as you're leaning against this couch in this manner, and you see the shock that falls over her as she whips around, your keen hearing picks out something unusual for you as you realize there's the small clinking of metal coming from one of the southern corners there. You glance in the way, see the shield guardian there. You realize that the shield guardian was not close enough to make that sound, or close enough to the origin point of it to make that sound. But you do catch that something else was there for a brief moment. Something else reacted to your sudden surprise, rather.
Oh, by the way, you can probably tell your friend that, I know he's there. I say as I just stare her dead in the eye with a smile on my face.
doing her best to ignore your insufferable self, she rolls back the conversation and says, "Crypt? You said something about a crypt?"
Yeah, really nice place, probably made of stone where they keep dead people.
She considers it for a brief moment and says, "Well, I have been down here for a bit. I might know where that might be. Whatever for."
No reason. None at all.
Grave robbing.
Well, he likes to grave rob.
I do
Yeah, he
like the
just wants
grave
to
rob.
see-
It's one of my favorite
It's-
pastimes. Top 10, in fact. And I have a
Exactly.
fantastic offer for a young lady and your friend there that I think you would enjoy.
Well, I mean, if it's only just for entertainment and just for a bit of grave robbing, then, I mean, you'll find it on your own. You don't need me for that. I'm leaving,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
Oh,
Of
it's such
course.
a shame. I was going to offer you
Which
free
way are you
drinks for a
going?
year.
So we don't. I mean,
Can
we
I
don't.
roll insight on that?
Exactly.
everyone will insight on that because we know it's full of shit, I think.
Of course, she's full of shit.
I mean, I don't even have... Oh, that's at advantage. What's that actual number? Oh, that is the actual number. Never mind.
So the 15, 17, and 18 can tell that she doesn't plan to leave anytime soon. She's most likely sticking around to continue searching for things. Considering she was just searching under one of the couches here, she's most likely going to stick around and continue robbing whatever she can. She seems to be fishing for you guys to ask for help. That's what you're getting from this. She is attempting to get you to ask her for something so she can charge her services at this point.
Yeah. Well, we'll find it on our own. So, like you said, it's got to be around here somewhere. If there is one. I mean, not that there is.
Oh, come on.
Who
I
knows?
have a fantastic offer for her.
Yeah. No. She's. Yeah. No.
Does the
I-
offer involves you in any way?
If it involves you and you want to offer yourself to her, that's fine.
What? No, I got over that fling. I'm pretty quick about my fierce love affairs. No, I was actually going to offer her free booze and money.
Free booze from where?
I just smile.
No.
No.
No. See, Shadow won't like that either. So you're gonna have to hear.
No, it's okay. It's still going to get paid for. But boy, howdy. That's one hell of a favor I'm burning with Matthias.
He doesn't. He's not in charge. You should know that by now.
I know. That's why he's paying for it. Did you guys know Matthias is fucking loaded, by the way? Holy shit.
Yeah, he mentions it at every turn.
So anyway, back to the deal. Money and free booze.
The Skella mulls over it for a moment and says, how about we go back to getting a share of whatever is found?
Hmm.
We
No.
do need some help.
No,
Good.
we don't need help.
You
We
have
don't
the-
need help.
No.
You have the weirdest hard on for this. I'm so aroused by it.
What's with you all of the sudden? You don't want to share anything? What's
And not with her.
fine? What? She hasn't done that much. We rescued her.
She didn't help us the last time, and now she wants to help us.
I'm more curious
It's a
about her
little
friend.
fishy.
Why she? Well, she doesn't have to do it for free. It's a free country.
Yeah, but it's fishy, and we don't know what we're gonna find.
Also, who turns down free booze and money? I just want information.
Really, the dwarf that is exploring an ancient dwarf tomb and keep is fishy when the goblin, gnome, dragonborn, and whatever he is, human, I suppose, is
Close enough.
raiding it on their own as well, and also charging people to be saved.
I mean, we're adventurers. At least that's
Well,
what they
you
keep
had-
saying.
And I'm
To
an
be honest,
explorer.
you had a dagger that didn't belong to you.
It's not like she didn't. Yeah, that
I mean,
too.
yeah, there's that. I mean, you hear about
That dagger
dwarven...
didn't belong to you. We were sent to find that.
Yeah, you're here looking for
Aye.
dwarven culture. You have a hobgoblin dagger and an elvish frickin'... What was that thing, Soralia?
Golden
It's
figurine.
a golden elven statue.
Gross. Anyway, yeah. Elves and hobgoblins. Don't sound like dwarves to me.
I got the dagger in trade with a dwarf, and the statue I found in this keep.
I would like to, with
Ins-
Hylock's question, insight where she got them.
I mean, I believe that part. I'm
I
kind of
don't.
curious about the elvish
Dwarf.
thing, because why would dwarves have
Assholes.
elvish shit?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I also
Okay,
rolled 13
so-
on insight, so...
Six is inciting the elven statue, and Basil is inciting the dagger bit.
If with your permission,
That is fine with me.
because I know it's a bit of an odd one.
With your insights, you can tell that Basil, you yourself can tell that she fumbles a little bit when she says trade. Another dwarf was involved in some way, but she probably didn't get it by up and up means at the very least.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
With a 13 sticks, you can tell that she's being truthful about finding the statuette here.
Weird. Well, anyway, in that case, this conversation being this, weird question.
then.
If I took a big enough whiff and rolled high enough, could I at least get an idea of the smell of decay that may or may not be a crypt and what direction it's coming from?
You'll probably just end up back at the privies.
Now I know what direction that's in. I can avoid that one.
I would say that while it is possible, it is also equally possible that you would get a smell for something else. I mean, like I said before, there was a smell of decay coming from the privies that was unusual and different. There might be something similar to that nearby that you could
God.
probably get led to. There's no guarantee that whatever decay you smell leads to a tomb of some sort, especially
It's
since a tomb is most likely sealed tight.
This is true.
it's hidden. The entrance is hidden.
There is a hidden entrance? Where?
Where?
It's so freaking obvious. What other place would you like? You want to put a secret door somewhere? Put it somewhere where people don't want to explore. In
Oh
the
my
outhouse.
fucking Christ, he's right!
Where?
The bathroom!
Where is
Well,
the bathroom?
It's back the other way, but let's just go down this way first and see what's down here.
All right, yeah.
Anyway, good talk, sugar tits. Come back later.
Let's through this door.
Soraya, you seem to be being left behind by Basil.
I
Oh,
know,
what?
it
Well,
seems.
I am adhering to the argument that like we go that way, she goes. But all right, sure, why not?
I mean,
I figured we'd just check out the rest of the room. I mean,
Sure, let's go down.
shake, shake.
Stepping down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that door not supposed to be open?
What? No. The door could be open. Yeah, sorry. It just now opened with Soralia or Aspis, I suppose, opening up the door.
yeah.
Okay, so opening up the door and stepping out into this hallway, you can see that embedded into the south wall there is an archway with 6 shallow, empty niches carved into it. The wall inside the arch is carved with a stylized image of a mountain with the sun above it.
Praise the. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Praise
the sun.
Paylor.
Praise Paylor. Hey, good place.
Where the fuck is Paylor?
Paylor is the god to which I subscribe. Oh, that's-
Alright, let's check out the archway.
That was sarcasm. I'm fully aware what the fuck a Paylor is, for God's sake.
Oh, so you are cultured. Well, I just gained. you
He
just
is a
gained
cultured
little bit of
swine.
respect
I'm cultured, that's
from me
alright.
and things.
Alright, so you said that it's against the back wall here? Or.
Sorry, the south wall
Yeah.
here where it dips in. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Actually, you know what? For shits and giggles, just because I'm figuring it's gonna happen soon now that we've left the room, I'm gonna just stay at this corner and keep my ear open for our little dwarf friend to discover the key's missing and see if she's gonna start a conversation with her unseen friend.
Good idea.
Makes
Okay.
sense. Alright, so There's 7 carved out niches, you said?
6 shallow, empty niches carved into it. The wall inside the arch is carved with a stylized image of a mountain with the sun above it.
Gonna pull out that golden statue. I figured it'd come in handy at some point. Who knows? This could be the wrong spot. But
Yep.
does it fit into any of these holes?
It does not seem to, no.
Okay.
Oh, I have 40 movement speed. I've been fucking that up something fierce. God damn, I keep getting mobile.
Jesus.
Mobile. Gotta love it.
It's. There's 6 hollow.
Yeah,
There's 6 of them. None of them are filled.
No,
All-
doesn't look like it.
So should I pee on it?
What about if the elephant statue, it's holding a sun?
Yes.
Oh,
So, sun to the sun.
I mean,
Why
yeah, sure.
not?
Just rub that statue all over that door.
Just touch
Tell us
tips.
this thing works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So taking a brief moment from placing it within one of the niches to instead touch it against the image of the sun against it, you are...
And if that doesn't work, just rub it all over.
Yeah, rub it all over the gate.
you are perhaps a little surprised or a little excited by the fact that it does seem to work.
Oh, wow,
what?
touching tips. There you go.
I'm actually surprised that did work. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so am I.
You know
I mean,
You know what? Touching tips, not a bad way to do.
The wall itself ripples a little bit as the ever more familiar female voice radiates out, saying, "Access to level 4 granted."
Well, wait. We touch tips. Shouldn't it be a male?
shit.
That's next level humor.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I said it in my voice.
Alright.
Okay.
So we've
Okay.
got from 6 to 4, 6 to 2, 6 to 13. The other one, God only knows, probably leads to like 18 or 19.
Kinky.
Sticks back here on the corner, listening as you are. You do hear what you more or less expected. A small moment of a frustrated huff as she suddenly can't find the key she was just holding on to, muttering, and then she seems to be speaking with someone else, asking if they saw where the key went, asking if any of them saw where the key went.
Any of them.
Any of them.
Fucking knew it. Thank God for invisibility and stealthy goblin fingers.
Yep.
Hey, Saralia, can you do the magic thing? Maybe they're invisible.
Make who?
The one they're talking to. Maybe there's someone invisible following us.
Yeah.
Maybe. Can detect magic see that? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Fuck.
I
Dispel?
can't. Dispel might work. Not very subtle about it though.
Oh, I know.
Mm,
Fireball.
You guys realize I haven't even told you guys this conversation's happening,
Oh,
right?
that
I'm
is
just
true.
listening in.
I know.
That is true.
Now, Hylock, important note, how many different voices do I hear aside from the dwarves?
You hear about 3 or 4 voices. It give a gruff indication of no, they didn't see where the key went.
That's a full fucking party that's fucking wandering around all... That's cute. Okay.
Invisible.
Well, my ears give a
Right.
fantastic, interested little wiggle as I just smile and twirl this newfound key in my fingers and walk away.
The gamer in me wants the gamer and the toll in me from Skyrim and other games wants me to kill them and
Yeah.
ripe with treasure, but the Vassalbog who I am playing, I know not see that.
Can while we're standing here, I'm going to identify that dagger. See if there's. I don't know if there's anything supposedly magical about it.
You want to
Oh,
spend...
yeah.
With- Yeah.
Is that 10 minutes for you? Is it a ritual, or are you doing it as an action?
As an action.
Okay. An action gives you the information that it is... sorry, I closed that because I didn't expect anybody to identify it for at least a little bit longer.
That makes me uneasy at this point.
Hmm.
Nothing to worry about. I just
No, that's okay.
we had jumped past the dagger for a bit, so I
Yeah.
figured nobody was going to do anything about it for a bit.
You should identify the other thing as well. Oh wait, no, you're using actions. Never mind.
What other thing? The statue?
Yeah, maybe it doesn't then.
It opens the portal.
Oh, you use the portal. I didn't know
Yeah,
that's the statue.
Yeah, the golden statue. It's an elf holding a sun, and you touch the sun to the sun
Oh.
insignia on the gate, on
Yeah.
the arch gate, and it opens a portal to level 4.
Yeah, if you touch tips, it makes.
There it is. So casting identify on it. That is what it is. You can tell that it is a magical dagger. It requires attunement by whoever holds it. Whoever is attuned to it gains blind sight out to 30 feet.
It is his dagger.
Yeah.
I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it.
Okay, so blindsight. What does blindsight do again?
Makes it to where you don't
blind-
need to see.
You see through your other senses, I think.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to use your eyes. To...
You get daredevil vision.
Ooh, dare.
Yes, that.
Doesn't let you
Also,
see invisibility,
to
but
We need to use that now.
we kind of do. Especially if we're gonna go after these guys.
Do we need to attune? Are we
Yeah,
going
you need
after
to
them?
attune to it. So I would give it to Basil to attune to, since he's
Well,
usually the frontliner.
I do have it, so I can.
Who has? I don't have any attunement spaces, so one of you has to be.
Yeah.
I've
Say,
I've got spaces. I'm not to any. No, because I don't have the helmet of the.
Yeah, you don't have that, yeah.
So Ralia's got the swim speed.
No, I don't have the swim speed ring.
Oh,
That's how you
did
have
we
that.
give that to me? Okay,
You have that.
I have that one. Which need. Yeah, no, and then the only other things that I have are battle axe one, protection one, and a shield. None of
Yeah.
which
Oh,
requires a
that reminds me. I'm gonna use my pearl to gain a spell back.
Right. So I will, until we get back to the Hobgoblin King, Basil can hold on to the
dagger. Okay.
dagger and attune to it, so that if we have to fight these people, you can hit the unseen foes.
Okay,
Basically, I
I'll
would
attune
think.
myself to that dagger.
It will take an hour. Are you guys taking a short rest here in this hallway,
We
or
might as well
No.
let Styx listen in further to what's going on.
Oh, fine, I suppose. Gosh.
Well,
Yeah,
all right, I
invisibility
would.
lasts an hour, so you can. Oh wait, you dropped that thing.
Huh?
Yeah, it would be gone anyway by now. I can always recast it.
Okay. I'm good with a short rest. I can get all of my resources back.
Yeah.
Amazing. And my health. Oh, that's right. The other thing I'm attuned to is Pit of Closure.
Yeah, the periaptive wound closure.
So that would be 3 things I would be attuned to.
Yeah.
You can have 3, right?
Yeah, you can have 3.
Okay.
The dagger would only be temporary, of course, until
Oops.
when we head out, when we go back to the surface, we'll go back to the Hobgoblin King, and Soralia will return the dagger to him.
We don't need to.
We need to.
We
Wow.
though, I mean, that would be the quote-unquote right thing to do, but,
There Just saying, there is a common magic item that can give him his size back.
I mean, the Hobgoblin King kind of needs it more.
You can give him. There is a magic item that you can buy that gives you a working eye, and it's common. You
ooh.
can make it.
Ooh.
Really?
There is an Ersatz eye or something like that.
Ooh. That's good.
I need to look this up.
Oh, shit.
It's
wait.
official, by the way.
Yeah, I think he's right. That sounded familiar.
When you spend a hit dice, it's the dice plus
Your con mod.
Your con.
Oh, but I have the private of Vulture, so it's just 14 every time. Awesome. I don't even have to roll.
It's in the compendium. You can see it.
Yeah,
And stats high. There it is.
I'm looking for it.
So,
Okay.
awesome. So I only need to spend 3 to get up to max.
Oh god, he has to actually remove his own eye in order to put that in? Ooh.
I bet he will. Suck up goblin.
I mean,
It
you're
will.
not wrong.
Enter. Go.
Come on, load the page. I kind of want to see this now. I want to see what other shit it does, and...
I don't even see the link.
yeah, but I went just to the standard internet for that.
Yeah.
It's in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Here we go. Here we go. Go ahead and just... It is a common item.
Ooh. And Fluffy. Back up.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
what it
ask
is.
that you don't take your full short rest quite yet.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Heal up and such.
Fine.
Oops. My bad.
No
Shoot,
worries.
what health was I at?
Sorry, I should have said something sooner.
Yeah. Let me see. I
Okay,
was at
that's
what?
like
17?
BMG, that's why.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it literally just acts as a normal eye. Shit, you could probably make 2 of them.
I probably could. I would need to.
Oh shoot. I need to make.
What was that? Sorry?
I need to go help make dinner soon,
You gotta go.
since it's like almost time for us to be done. I think. What time is it for you? Hat?
It is indeed. Yeah, it's 10:37 for me. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the time because, yeah, with everybody being closed and off right now,
Yeah.
even the wife's
It
staying
doesn't
up late.
matter. Yeah, I'm good with continuing. I mean, if you need to go fix dinner,
I just wanna know what
I-
happens in the short rest. You know, don't
Yeah.
let the kill him.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious
Okay.
about.
Yeah.
No worries. No, we can.
I mean, I
maybe-
can go for a little bit longer. I'm sure that'll be fine, but not much longer, and then I have to go.
Okay. I can give us a couple more minutes so that we at least see what happens during the short rest. If nobody has healed or regained their things yet, I know that the pearl is just a action though, isn't it?
it's a bonus
Yes.
action.
Bonus
No,
action.
the pearl is an action, but it's an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine.
That's 6 seconds.
All right, I have reset Basil's health to 72 before I spent the healing surge.
Thank you. Okay. So you guys are beginning to make camp, or at the very least, draw lots to who's keeping an eye out while people take a quick snooze or take a moment to drop their loot from their shoulders so they can stretch out and such. It's just an hour's short rest, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Styx, you're keeping an eye out for the back here, and you hear, after that mild bit of frustration and such, and the confirmation that there's more than just Skella in there, that she begins to march off, several footsteps, more than several footsteps, following her in tow as they leave, actually, heading back out the door you came and heading northward.
Alrighty.
Considering, I'm assuming that you're not following them, so they will simply just go out of earsight, or go out of sight, and then go out of earsight for you, off into the dungeon.
Part of me is actually a little tempted to waste my second spell slot and follow them. But at the same time, now that there's more of them, I'm worried about accidentally bumping into someone that's not seen either.
This is like one of the best times to be rogue, though. How many times you actually get to like play up being a rogue and stealth around and follow?
That's a good point. You know what? Yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna be taking a short rest. I don't need one. I'm not gonna get anything back from it anyway. So you know what? We'll waste that second spell slot, pop invisibility again, and
I mean, you're just as combat effective without it. without spell slots.
I can cast it on you if you don't want to waste it. I have plenty left.
I mean, sure, by all means, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll cast it so you don't have to, so you have more resources in case you bump into something.
Yeah, because if I bump into something and they know I'm there, friggin' quick get out of bullshit spell here and there might help. Alright, so roll
Do you
that
want to
advantage.
cast something before I cast invisibility?
Tempting, but sadly, yeah, nah. All these will be fucking get out, dodge, and distraction spells for when I do get caught.
Yep. So I cast invisibility on sticks.
And I follow them.
Okay.
And that's where we can end the session, is me stalking. My other favorite pastime.
Unless Hylock wants to suddenly send a call.
I think I'll send the monster forward at the beginning of the next game. I'll give Styx
What?
his run around, and then we'll work on the fight.
Okay. Sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah,
what
so
monster?
Yeah,
That's
what
The
monster?
monster that's coming around the corner.
Oh, there's a monster coming around the corner?
I don't know, but Hylock just said there.
There is always a monster around the corner.
There is always a monster. It's an active dungeon.
It really
Of
is.
course
I
it
mean,
is.
I literally tried to follow a dwarf through a door, and I did not find a dwarf. I found a fucking Umber Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I would also mention that given the creature's height and its claws and mandibles, though you did not see it actively burrowing or tunneling of the like, you feel good that it's probably something that is used to making tunnels or burrowing through the earth, or possibly making 8-foot high tunnels that you may or may not have used recently.
Oh, that's why. Fuck.
So we will end tonight here. Styx is off chasing after a unknown amount of invisible people, his possible sometime girlfriend, leaving the rest of you alone without anybody of a perception over 13, and taking a short rest.
I'm sorry. Hold up a second. Fluffy's got a +8 to perception.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Passive?
Well, let's see.
Let me take a look.
She's only got a wisdom of +2, but it says perception is plus.
Your passive is
Oh.
10
Yeah,
plus
Holy
so-
crap.
perception.
Fluffy's
Perception.
perception passively is 18. God
Yep.
damn.
Also, we're gonna close that door and put the shield guard in front of it, please.
So yeah, Fluffy's a freaking guard dog, and I love her.
Okay. Thank you for putting that to my knowledge, because I wasn't aware of that prior. I should have been, but I guess that just slipped by me.
No, it's fine. It's fine. There's so much to keep track of it. You know.
I have
Okay,
trouble
I've written that
sneaking
down.
past
I'll keep
Fluffy.
that.
Oh god.
She also has dark vision of 6.
Wow, she's actually a very useful companion for you guys.
She is, and I
Let's
love
hope
her
she
to
never
death. You know, after this floor, I'm thinking about letting her the woods in 5. She is starting to get out-leveled and outclassed. And don't want, or Basil doesn't want anything bad to ever really truly happen. So adventuring with her for a little bit is fine, but in the long run, I think Basil wants to just find her a nice spot.
Oh yeah.
Makes
How about
sense.
level 4?
That and having this 40+ damage fire breath on recharge is a little OP, so I think.
You never
And
know.
Hylock was nice enough to let us have it this long that I don't want to push him.
I don't mind you guys having it. I just want to mention that it is a killable creature, so the more attention it brings to itself, you know.
Aye, that's true.
All right.
Alright, well, thank you very much, everybody. It was a blast, and I have to go make dinner.
Alright.
But thank you so much, and I look forward to this again next week.
Of course.
Bye, everybody.
Catch you all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, guys, that's it for this session of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And as usual, I hope you all enjoyed. If you all did enjoy, a great way to show that support, as always, by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and of course, sharing it with your friends. Whew. I got so much work I need to do tonight for tomorrow. So, anyway, once again, thank you all for watching, and as usual, cheers to those that love us, the losers that lost us, and as always, the lucky sons of bitches that get to meet us. And we'll catch you all in the next video.